Hello, you lovelies. Here we are with a new stream today on the cult page. Yay! Been a little while since I had a chance to stop by. There we go. Take care of that little issue right then and there. So, for everybody that's joining in on the stream, first and foremost, welcome. Second of all, today we're going to be trying out a little game called FTL. And when I say trying out, I mean actually playing the game, since I am well more than familiar with it, but I figured I would try out something that we haven't had a chance to give it a shot before, and maybe get some of the viewers to interact with the game too, since I have a few ideas on how to do that. So, for everybody that's curious, what is this game? FTL, Faster Than Light. To put it bluntly, it's a... If you ever seen any of those fancy shows like Star Trek's or those kinds of stuff, you control and pilot a spaceship as a captain, and it's a roguelike. You have your set of crew, you have... hold on a second. There you go, maybe I should do a trick. You pilot your ship, you fly through the mad space. Called taking over space? Yeah, pretty much, you could say that. Also, if you don't mind, do give me some feedback on how I sound. If I'm too loud or if the game is too quiet. Anywho, you fly with your ship throughout space, you encounter other ships, and your task is to inevitably reach the end point of the game, where you can save the galaxy. Why? Because your ship has been bestowed with the mighty knowledge of one weakness that the enemy faction has. You are a part of the Federation, flying away and trying to escape the oncoming threat of rebels who are trying to pretty much destroy everything you hold dear. Why does this matter? You're the only one that can stop their top secret ship, and you know the only way to do it how. So you fly through space, encounter various races, try not to get dead along the way, and pillage and salvage whatever you can in order to upgrade your ship, get yourself some fancy weapons, and blast through the space, and eventually beat the game. Now, you will die. Happens all the time. In this kind of game a lot, but I've been playing a game for some time now, and I've had a chance to go through quite a bit, so I'm familiar with it. So my chance of death might be a little bit lesser. I don't want to give myself too much credit. Anyway, let's get on to the point with this. We're gonna be starting off a brand new game, and we shall be greeted with the first ever ship known only as the Kestrel. So here is how this game works. First and foremost, I'm going to need all the lovelies who are with us in the chat to help me make a choice between which ships we have in store. And as you can see, we have quite a lot of ships to choose from. Haven't played the game for a little while. I've had a chance to unlock majority of them. Actually, Scratch, I unlocked every single one of them, and each one of these offers unique approaches to the game itself. So, we have several different types to choose from. Anything from your standard Kestrel, the first... any purple ones, eh? There is one particularly purple, and happens to be one of my favorites, known only as the Mantis type B Cruiser. A warship encourages sending massive boarding parties and keeping up with strong defenses. Put simply, there is a particular race of miscreants in this game known only as the Mantis. Why are these guys important? Well, you all know what mantises are, right? They are animals existing in our world. Yes, you would be surprised, they're actually a thing. Scary. But what you probably don't know is that they are, in this universe, twice the size as humans and have massive sights for hands capable of chopping you into pieces. These things are excellent in close quarters combat, meaning that you can send them on enemy ships and watch them as they tear through their population and just laugh at the carnage. Probably something pretty common in space, to be fair. So, this is the only purple ship I know of. I know one from a Kung Fu Panda. Ah, well, there you have it then. You might be more than well familiar with it in that case. So, how about it then? I suppose we could go ahead and call this one... What should we name our ship? Because we have a lot of options we can go through here. Odin, I'll let you choose the name for this one. Let's see, a cool name for this. Pressure. Okay, we'll call it Pressure. Let's see now. Since you chose the color of the purple, and conveniently enough, the ship is purplish with blue and neon color, we could call it cult related. How about the how do we call it? The sacrificial altar. No, I'm missing a letter, damn it. Sacrificial altar. No, sacrificial altar is a cool name, but how about SS cult of sacrifice? Nah, that's too edgy. Come on. SS cult of tears. There we go. We'll call it like this. SS cult of tears, because why the hell not? We're purple, we have blue neon, and we are filled with people willing to... we have 2 crew members willing to rip everybody a new one. Hello! Welcome, Bone. The SS? Because usually, like, some of, like, the ships, not just, like, in space, but, like, the regular ships that sail the oceans tend to be called SS something. I kind of forget what it actually stands for, but just for the sake of the occasion, we're gonna call it SS Cult of Tears, because why the hell not? SS Anne? Why Anne of all things? I mean, it's a cool name. One of my exes was called that. I mean, yes. We're gonna call them that, and we have 2 crew members to start off with. So, not a lot per se. But as far as the customization goes, we can choose like only a platter of like a couple of colors. We don't have a lot of purplish ones, I'm afraid. So we're gonna pick one is going to be green and the other one is gonna be bluish. Now, what should we name these lovely 2 people that are going to be sailing the cult? What are going to be the founding fathers of what are going to be the founding fathers of the ship of the cult of tears? SS means steamship. Oh, no, it means super ship. That could also be that. All right. Obviously, the first one needs to be Tears. Was it M69? M69. Yes, a perfect name, a perfection incarnate. I like to put 69s when I can. Okay. Well, the first one is gonna be Tears because he is indeed a founding SM69. Sure, let's do it. Tears. Tears, shaking my head at 69. There you go. Perfection. And the second one, who wishes to grab the who wishes to take the role here? I could probably put Lonely or like Baron or something like that in there, but I want to give a window of opportunity here for anybody currently present. Come on. I know it's 96, but I like to put in 69 for good measure. Sorry, I'm evil like that. Alright, let's see. Odin, do you want to take up the cavalry and see if you live through this gauntlet? I mean, do you consider yourself a mantis? There are a couple of races that exist within this game. You have your regular all humans. You have mantis, who are good at fighting people. You have engies, who are like robots, capable of like super engineered. They fix stuff quickly. You have rockmen, which are these massive dudes going about tossing pieces of themselves at people just because they don't like the way they are clothed. You have slugs, which are annoying little tricksters, always hell-bent on tricking the hell out of you, stealing your money, and leaving you for dead stranded out in space, because they're jerks like that. There are also Linus, who consume oxygen at the ridiculous rates, because that's just what they do. And I'm not sure if I missed anybody in particular, but alright. So let's see, we're gonna call this one Odin Jojo, because I like me my Jojos, and Odin is gonna be a Jojo of the group. So we have Tears and Odin, the vicious psychotic murderers. I'm not sure that's a good way to word it, but you know what? We'll play with that. We'll start off with the normal difficulty. We got a couple of goodies to begin us off. Because this ship is unique, and its way of fighting is that of teleporting onto the enemy ships and ripping the crew a new one. We don't actually have any weapons to start, so we can't use any fancy lasers or any other cool stuff. But instead we have really powerful defenses, and two people which expertise are making holes in people at very violent ways. In the most violent ways imaginable. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call her Odin Jojo hereafter. Yes, it needs to be Odin Jojo. I like my Jojos, okay? Alright, let us start the game then. So, here is how we begin. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You will need supplies for your journey to make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing fleet catches up with you. And here is what we have. This is our ship. We are currently stranded deep inside some nebula, which is why everything is so goddamn purple. No, it's Mama Joe. Never heard of that one before. You haven't heard of Odin Jojo. I've called you Odin Jojo on a few occasions. But here's what we have. This is our ship. We get to control our crew members and send them around different rooms. And depending on where we assign them, they will perform different tasks. In order to be able to jump though to the next sector, we need somebody piloting our actual ship. And we have different little bits, bobs. Hold on. Is the music too loud? I've got to ask this, because I think it is. How to lower the music a little bit here, but then I will actually increase it in the OBS. Oh, no, that's my voice. Sorry. Sorry, I messed up with the wrong controls for a split second. There we go. Alright, I think that should do it. Let me know if my my sound is okay. Now, let's see. So, we can send them to perform different tasks. If we had weapons, we could assign this boy to pilot our weapons and like make them charge faster, and every crew member can level in different expertise. So, I'm going to let Tears pilot the ship here. And Odin, you are going to be in charge of the engines for now. We're gonna save our crews, and we're gonna go ahead and prepare for the jump. This is our map. We're in a civilian sector right now, exit is over there, and each one of these nodes let us encounter with different things. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump outside the nebula for a second. And here is our very first combat encounter. You detect a small military outpost with a few freighters nearby. This mineral-rich planet is isolated location, which is perfect for a legal mantis mining operation. As you consider your options, a mantis ship launches from the outpost. You prepare to fight. And we can pause the game whenever we need to, but we're fighting a mantis ship. As you can see, we can't actually peek into what's inside of them, because unfortunately our sensors are into upgrade. But what we can do is we can send our crew over here. We can launch a boarding drone, and you will see like a little drone fly away there, and then appear in their ship. Poof! He has breached the engine room, and now it's causing havoc. And while the enemy is distracted, I'm going to toss in my Mantis to fight in as well. And it's Mantis versus Mantis, surprisingly. Because this is indeed a Mantis ship, so I'm kind of matched equally. We're gonna go ahead and... Thankfully I'm leading, so they're currently killing each other. And we have managed to murder everybody aboard a ship. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You strip it of its useful materials. And what we have just done is we have not destroyed the ship because we don't have fancy lasers, but we have killed all the ship's crew members, and as such, we get to loot whatever they have. So we got some fuel, some rockets, and some scrap, which we can use to travel around, use as weapons, and we get a chance to use them as weapons. And of course upgrade our ship. Scrap is this game's currency. We're gonna teleport our crew members back and toss them into the healing bay because they nearly died back there. So what's happening on chat? I did blow my cover. Raj is good at blowing his cover, don't worry. Nah, Jojo is my mama. I'm a lurk. Sure thing, Raj. Okay, I have some things to do. Ciao, later. No worries, Bone. Thanks for stopping by, though. And with our boyos patched up and ready, we'll send it back to the posts, and we'll be able to jump to another node. And this is essentially how the game plays out. You jump from node to node, encounters happen, and you try your best to survive each encounter and eventually succeed in beating the game. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they have tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them just barely operational, and you move in to attack. So, since we don't have a lot of options to boot, we'll do the same. We'll go ahead and send our crew members over to invade their ship, and we'll watch them as they fight through in this little place against an NG and a fellow Mantis. For some reason, I'm encountering a lot of Mantis right now. They're not that common. But we managed to succeed. And they also have a Zoltan. That is a race that I forgot to mention. There we go. With them defeated, with the pirate ship disabled, your engines come online again. You salvage what you can from the ship. 2 fuel and 18 scraps. Not too bad to boot us off with. You don't get a lot of rewards this early into the game because it's a starting area, so you gotta make do with what you have. Later ships though are going to be much more devastating and harder to deal with, and as the result, you're going to get much more loot. So your crew members can permanently die if you're not careful. If you let them, get caught up in a crossfight, if an enemy shoots a very, very deadly laser in the room they're with, they can be caught up with the massive explosion and get suffocated and die. You also can control doors in various parts of the ship, and if you see a room red like this, that means it's currently empty of oxygen. So if for some reason your ship oxygen room, for example this one down on the corner, gets struck down and you can't repair it, you're slowly going to lose oxygen, and eventually your crew is going to suffocate to death. There is an incredible amount of different ways that you can approach fighting, disabling, and destroying different ship, and that doesn't just mean conventional go in and blast everything or go in and kill everyone, although those are pretty damn effective too. You can be as creative as you like. Tangled wrecks of many ships wait in dormancy here. You see the lights flicker on what looks like to be debris. A rebel scout bursts out of the wreckage. Continue. So, we have a small problem with this particular ship. This ship is automated, meaning... Ooh, hold up. Seeing first time a can't fly an airship. Don't worry, it's perfectly normal. On the moon, we do it here all the time. Gotta go cooked. See you later, boys. No worries, Joe. See you soon. Take care, Arden. Ciao, Mama Joe. Who's Joe? Joe Mama? Okay, that's a bad joke. But something that I know about the ship, and I'll show you here by sending Odin over to the sensors room, and I'm going to activate a defense drone too. Never mind. Oh wait, I can't do it because I'm inside of a nebula. Alright, well, there is nothing I can actually do against this ship. Reason being... Now, there we go. My ship took a hit, now I need to repair it. Otherwise we're not going to be able to charge up. And as you can see down here, piloting requires a crew member to repair it. There we go. We're going to go ahead and repair this too. So what's happening right now, the reason I can't actually fight this ship and why it's trying to tear me a new one, is because this ship doesn't actually have any crew members on it. It's piloted by AI, and as such, its interior doesn't have any oxygen supply. If I send my crew over, they will actually die and suffocate, and that's bad. So the only option I really have, since I don't have any weapons to boot, is really to endure as much damage as I can and jump away as soon as my FTL drive charges. Now, one thing about Mantis is while they're really good at fighting, they're not very good at repairing things. Having sights for arms makes it kind of difficult for you to really repair anything. Alright, we're gonna jump away from that one. And we just jumped into a storm instead. Never mind. We're going to quickly go ahead and heal our crew. Now, hold on a second. I'm gonna activate the defense drone because I spy the enemy having some rockets, and we're gonna send them inside and see what we can do. Gotta do some damage. So, they're not the most flashiest ways of combat, but I mean, we need some fresh sacrifices, okay? And what better way to... Wait a minute. Why is my ship burning? Interesting. I don't understand why my ship decided to burst into flames all of a sudden, but it's apparently happening. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I am quickly going to open all of the doors around my ship and let the oxygen vent out of my ship in outer space. With no oxygen remaining, the ships itself will not be able to... There we go. The ship itself will not be able to burn because there's no oxygen. There are no more life signs remaining on ship. You strip it of its useful materials. We're gonna teleport these boys back. Now you can't see stuff inside your ship because you're in a nebula. That kind of kills your sensors. And our oxygen is also getting dangerously low. So let's replenish that. Ah, GG, indeed. It's a bit... I'm gonna try and upgrade my sensors as soon as I can, because I'm pretty sure it will be a lot more fun to be able to see what's happening around. And we're gonna now send the Tears and Odin to go ahead and repair stuff. So it's a very strategic game. Granted, I know a bit about it, so I kind of have like some ideas and tactics on how to handle each situation when I can. But to tell you a little bit about the Mantis, for example, one thing about them is, as I mentioned before, while they're really good at slaughtering people, having scissors for hands doesn't really help you when repairing, and that makes them like really vulnerable if you bring heavy firepower and try shooting around their ship. They're not gonna be able to repair stuff fast enough, and you can just kill them off, interestingly enough, by disabling their oxygen or setting fires inside of their ships. It's actually kind of cheap trick, but hey, dirty deeds done dirt cheap, right? There is a store underneath us. We could visit that, but I'm actually going to skip and try to find... I'm gonna go through the nebula. Oh, a black market weapons trader spins you a tale of how dangerous the nebula is before pushing his wares. We can ignore the ship, we can attack the ship, and we're gonna purchase an unknown weapon for about 45 scrap. Majority of the money that we have at hand. So how about this, chat? Which one do you think we should go for here? We have a random pirate ship trading around a black market. He seems to be equipped with an ion weapon and a laser weapon, from what I can tell from here. And we can ignore him and just carry on our way. We can attack him, or we can purchase the unknown weapon. Usually, I like to settle with the attack option, because if I can successfully defeat their ship, that means I get to loot whatever they have. And if you want to not die a horrible, horrible death, most of the time you probably want to try and get as much loot as you can possibly carry. Option 2, says Raj, eh? Alright. Option 2 it is. We attack the ship. Combat goes. I'm gonna send both of my mantis away. And I'm going to send a boarding drone ahead too. Now, the thing is, a boarding drone is something that you can use to help you with the invasion. But the thing is, you have things like, you have 4 important resources to deal with. And I will explain them all shortly. So, I can't see what's going on, so I'm gonna send them inside of the captain's place. And we have a mantis and a rockman in there. Hold on. I need to pay attention to this. So, you have 4 important resources up there in the corner. The fuel, the rockets. I need to move them. There we go. Alright, we managed to beat them. There are no more life signs remaining inside on their ship. You ship it of use for materials. 3 fuel, 2 rockets, and 21 scrap. And one of our boys leveled up too. Hold on, who leveled up? Tears became more proficient in murdering people. Wasn't that new? I mean, he is the leader of the cult, to be fair. He's the one that likes to make sacrifices all the time. So, really, honestly, he just spilling blood to feed our Dark Lord, our Dark God, which name I'm not allowed to speak of, unfortunately. Otherwise, I may accidentally summon him. And to be fair, Moon is peaceful enough right now. We have enough problems with Elon Musk banging on our door every single day, demanding us to see them alien cheeks. So we honestly don't need a manifestation of a Dark Lord eating away through our kitchen. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, the fuel and stuff. So we have 4 important resources. The fuel, which gets consumed every time we jump nodes. If you want to not get stranded and not be dead, stockpile as much as you can. Rockets, which you use to power your rocket weapons, which are like very powerful, but tend to, or have like special properties, but they tend to get, that's why like they have like ammo, I guess you could say. Drone parts, which you use for, surprise surprise, drones, 2 of which we have, a boarding drone and a defense drone which shoots rockets away. Every time you use one of these, you consume a drone part, so you gotta be careful with how you burn through them. And finally, scrap, what you use right here to upgrade various systems on board your ship. For example, I could come here and upgrade a crew teleporter and upgrade my reactors and sensors, and I had just burned out through all the scrap that I physically have. But it has given us more power that we can distribute among the stuff, and we can put more power inside of our teleporter, making it charge up quicker. And sensors, which will be able to spot what's going on inside enemy ships, once we humbly get the hell out of this nebula. But I'm not gonna get out of the nebula just yet. It appears that the automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn you of the passing. The ship starts to power off its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the rebel fleet about your position. So this is a problem. This thing is going to try and jump away, and if it does, it's going to warn the rebel fleet, and that means they'll catch up to us faster. You always want to be ahead of them, because once rebel fleet catches up to you, you'll be facing an onslaught of really difficult ships, and even if you defeat them, you can't really stay in there for too long. So getting caught is probably the last thing you want, outside of being murdered, of course. Being murdered sometimes is gonna happen whether if you get caught too. So there is not much I can do here, really. The ship itself doesn't have oxygen. Sending my crew in would be a suicide mission. And the only thing I can hope to do is charge up my FTL drive faster than the ship does. And minimize what damage I can. So I'm gonna keep Tears and Odin sitting in the back and try to charge up the weapons. Or try to charge up the weapons. I don't have weapons. Try to charge up the FTL drive, and you can see it like charging up slowly here. The better engines you have, the quicker it charges. Unfortunately, the ship has the weakest engines imaginable. So yeah, I have the power. Now jump him, and then he's gonna get away. Ah, man. And the scout jumps away. It will certainly have informed the fleet of your position. You must get to the next sector as soon as possible. The fleet pursuit has been doubled for one jump. And you can see like their jump here has become like much bigger than it like normally is. So they will advance towards my position quicker. And if they get there fast enough, I'm boned. So always try to stay one step ahead of them. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired toward your ship. It was a trap. And now we can actually see the sensors across our entire ship and the enemy ship too. They have 2 crew members, a human and an NG. A piece of cake. Why? Because humans have normal combat prowess, where Mantis have an advanced one, and engineers are really good at fixing up the ship and keeping everything up to date, but they have horrible combat prowess. They're kind of the opposite to Mantis, so this invasion will be easy as pie. Now their ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search for it. Eventually you find a prisoner who offers to join your crew. We have found an engineer known as the Philip, which is an amazing thing actually. Because while Mantis are going on board the enemy ship, chopping away and just being all around nuisances, we can have one person piloting the ship and making sure that it's always in a top-notch position. Now the question for the chat remains, who do we want to be, who do we want to name our engineer? Because I can do that. I can come here and change the names of this fellow. It's unclear if the NG are particularly organic or entirely mechanical, but it is well known that they make for the exceptional engineers. Their perks, repair speed is doubled, but the combat damage inflicted is halved. Whilst the Mantis, the Odin Jojo, the Mantis desired for individual life. Wait, the Mantis disregard for individual lives led to their evolution as a vicious warrior species. Increased movement speed, they inflict more combat damage, but they have halved repair speed. Now, what does the chat say then? Any suggestion on which cult member should take up the name of engineer? Who is the master of engineering within the cult? Let's see. I'm gonna wait for chat and see if anybody has a suggestion that we could go with here. Music is also really awesome. Okay, how about well, I don't have the province of machine, but if I may, sure. Raj, do you wish to be an engineer? Do you wish to be our NG? The one keeping the ship together while Tears and Odin go on about rampaging and destroying everything that everybody else holds dear. And bringing the sacrifices. You can be the chef essentially. You can prepare the sacrifices while the rest of them just gather them up. Alright, we're gonna call you Raj. With 2 R's and 2 J's because you have one too many. Yes, Thy Lord. Alright, Raj it is then. You have been renamed, repurposed, and reprogrammed to serve as the ultimate pilot and janitor of the ship. And while that title doesn't sound too important, you get to be the one that organizes and takes care of everything. So, let's jump away before they catch up to us. I kind of want to visit that store down there, but I spent all of my scrap upgrading the ship, so I don't have a lot to spend in the first place. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. We can intervene to defend the outpost so we can avoid the conflict. I don't actually have a way of damaging this ship right now, to be honest, and I will show you why. I will intervene to defend the outpost, but I won't be able to fight it. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ships moves in to engage your ship. So here is the reason why. You can see what happens now. I'm gonna teleport him on board just because I've upgraded my teleport and I know I can take him back in time. But what happens here. Well, actually, I could defeat the ship, but it's going to take a while. Let me show you. When you teleport your crew into a place where there is no oxygen, they rapidly lose HP until they die. You can't... This is what makes these ships incredibly difficult to fight against. Thankfully, though, I have just enough time to beam them back together before it happens and bring them up to healing. So, I have a way of destroying the ship actually, but it's going to be slightly tedious and take some time to do. What's the trick here? I don't have weapons to destroy the ship, no, but every time a system of the enemy ship is disabled or damaged by your crew hacking away and destroying it, the ship will suffer 1 pip of health as damage. Not a whole lot, to be fair, but it's something. And we can use that to our advantage. We'll have to summon them back here though before they get dieted. Hold up, I'm gonna heal them. So let me just resend them back. So every time this happens, it suffers 1 pip of health as damage. Not a whole lot, but again, it's something. It lets us find different ways to damage the ship. And what I could do here, I'm gonna quickly summon them back before their health diminishes. This means every time I manage to disable a piece of their room, I can do a little bit of damage to the ship. And at the end, I can activate my boarding drone to go in instead of my crew and damage the last remains of the ship necessary to blow it up. A cheeky strategy, but one that is kind of messy to pull off, just because it takes a while of time. So we're gonna try it anyway, see how far it can take us. Also, the music in this game is absolutely rocking. I love it. He's remaining at about 5 or so HP, so it shouldn't take us many more teleports before we can blow it up for good. This is a bit of a patient simulator, I guess you could say. Thankfully, manths are good at fighting, so they can destroy these systems very, very quickly. Raj is just like... There we go. And talk about Tears and Odin being vicious. Not even the fact that they not even the what is it called? Not even the lack of oxygen can stop him. And I often say that you need to consume as much oxygen as you possibly can, but this takes you to a whole nother level. 3 pips of health left. 2 more teleports, then we should be able to take him down. And these guys are like on the verge of death, like less than 10 HP every single time. There we go. Let's send him one more time. Alright, one more time, and then we can execute plan get bamboozled. Because I should be able to sacrifice, after this one, I should be able to sacrifice one of my boarding drones. Alright, one more time, destroy this thing. And then send in a boarding drone to help. So boarding drone is going to... fair enough. There you go. And we can heal him. So the boarding droid is going to continue and fight inside the enemy ship and damage the systems, right? But after the system is damaged, for the last time, the ship blows up. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can, without some supplies, and the outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house. And the station even gave us a little tip for helping them out. How awesome is that? Granted, we couldn't find any living bodies to sacrifice, so we'll just have to pout and go on about our business, but you know what? Better than nothing. Your sensors are picking up a distress call of an encrypted Federation channel. You eventually find a Federation scout being chased by a rebel fighter. We can aid the Federation ship or use this chance to escape. What do you guys say? I mean, rebels are technically the bad guys we're running away from. Well, they're actually not the bad guys. I'm not sure who's the bad guy in this game. And quite frankly, I don't think it matters. But we could try to defend one of our own fellow members. If this is a cult of tears, then technically the Federation is the cult itself, right? And I would always go in a fight against rebels and all of those Twitch tarts or whatever, or whatever else is like bringing an impending doom to us. Yes, says Raj. Alright then, the Federation, fighting the Federation, or rather helping the Federation, it is. You power up your weapons, which we don't have, and engage the rebel ship. They have 3 humans on board, so we'll just send down... Where do we send our people? Let's send them in the weapons. Let's have Odin and Tears disable their weapons. You can see them slapping away. They're kind of tiny to make out actually on the stream itself. But with the crew of the rebel ship dead, you salvage all you can. We can contact the Federation ship and they say, "Thank you for saving us. This ship is transporting the Federation civilians on the run from the rebellion, and we don't have an equipment to fight for ourselves. I don't have much to offer, but I can inform you of a hidden Federation base nearby. Perhaps they can assist you more. We have been added a quest marker on the map." Well, ain't that something? Hey, Mark is with us. Hello. We're bad peoples, but we're bad peoples in a good way. That'd be true. Mark is with us. Maybe Mark wishes to participate. If we come across another fellow member of the cult, maybe Mark would be willing to take up the spot. Oh, hi, Mark. Hey, dear, how you doing? Not too bad, Marky Moo. Welcome aboard, Lude. Welcome aboard, lad. We're playing a little bit of Faster Than Light. Do you know what the game is about? Have you seen it before? I'm gonna quickly jump to the store before rebels catch up to it and see if I can get something nice. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. Oh, awesome. They also have mercenaries for hire. We can hire more crew members. So in stores you can usually buy stuff like fuel, drone parts, the rockets, you know, the usual. You can also fix parts of your ship that has been damaged and destroyed in combat. And they even sell some weapons, these dudes. They have an anti-bio beam, which does massive damage to enemies inside of their ship. Ion weapons, which disable things, and it's kind of AMP blast if you ever seen those. Like, it's electricity, they overcharge stuff, and it explodes. We have a hole smasher, a powerful counterspell weapon to hole smash AMK-1, fires more projectiles per shot. It requires 3 power to be able to man the weapon. It shoots 3 of them and does a metric fuck ton of damage to anything that isn't... to like rooms that don't have anything special in it, so it destroys ship quickly. A good weapon to have, but unfortunately I don't actually have money for it. So much from that about. Let's see, how are you doing? FTL, great little game. Oh, that it is. Hey, fucked on. Oh wait, yeah, I'm not supposed to curse in here. My bad. But seeing that we don't actually have a lot of choices for the weapons, I definitely want to save up for a weapon that as soon as I can, because that will let me destroy ships which I don't actually have a way of destroying, like ships which contain no oxygen and ships that the boarding parties can't go up against. So let's see. I am half tempted to hire somebody new, maybe a rockman or a human. I'm tempted to kind of hire this guy, but at the same time I'm tempted not to do it. I don't know. I'd like to save up for the weapon. What do you guys say? I want chat to help me up on this one. Should we save up for a weapon that will help us destroy a ship, or should we hire a new species aboard the ship? Possibly a rockman here, which is kind of nice to have since they are. Let me explain. The rockmen of Virtuous 4, Rachos? Rachos is a fine name. Are rarely seen and are known well for their fortitude. They are immune to fire. Yes, fires can start aboard your ship when an enemy hits it, sometimes with a weapon, or maybe they have a bomb which is meant to cause fire and burn your entire ship to a crisp. They are however immune to fire, which makes them good in defending. They are however slow to move around, but as a result, they are massive and hulking and have a lot of health, 150 health. So, quite a lot more compared to your average human, which is like, it's ugly, it has 100 health, it doesn't do anything good. Ugh. Let's see. Hire a crewman, says Mark. Hire a Mark. Okay, we should hire Mark in that case. Hello there. Hello, Mr. Not Nice. It's been a little while since I got a chance to see you. We'll go ahead and we'll hire ourselves a rockman, and we're going to immediately rename this mellow fellow. I'm assuming Mark would like to participate next to Tears, Odin, Joe, and Raj, and we are going to call you Mark Beta. Mark bet. Mark can bet all he wants. He's probably gonna stay alive anyway, because I deem it so. So, Mark, given that you're big and burly and thick and strong, and I'm not sure how many innuendos I can throw in there, how about we assign you to work as the ship's shield bearer? Or maybe we'd like to pilot the ship instead, and we can have Raj work on the shields. Hmm? What do you think of this? Which role would you like? We have like 2 really good roles right now. Are either piloting the ship itself, or serving as the person who manages the ship's shields. I'll let you decide on this one. I have a lot of schoolwork, is not nice lately. I'm a rockman. You are the rock. Yes, Rock Johnson. Today is kinda calm so far. Kinda too calm. I mean, it's quarantine season, so what can you do? Shields. I'm all about that defense. Shields it is, my good mellow fellow. We're gonna assign you there. We're gonna save your position, and we're gonna jump the hell away before these dudes catch up with us. Because if they do, we're gonna be in for a bad time, or bad temp. Your jump leads you to nothing but empty space. This jump beacon serves no purpose other than as a connection. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame. I thought we'd find some stuff. We have a quest over here. After a quick search, you discovered a hidden Federation space dock. They offer some of the supplies in addition to fully repairing your ship. They patched up 6 points of damage that we lost beforehand, and we have also gotten some fuel rockets and scrap to boot. Thank you kindly. It's good to see more cultists strolling about in deep space. Now, we do have a problem. The Federation is going to catch up with the exit beacon, which is kind of where we need to be in order to leave. So, since I'm going to get promptly effed as soon as I arrive there, might as well go further and explore these 2 beacons which are currently free. Given that they're both connected, I can maybe haul us some extra loot before we have to attempt to fight our way out of a Federation. And then, would you look at that? It was a good idea too. A settlement still loyal to the Federation hails your ship. They have prepared a weapon to aid your escape from the rebels. Well, that is pretty awesome, because God knows I'm going to need one, and conveniently I have enough power to man it. It is a small bomb. Let's see what it does. A self-teleporting explosive that damages system and crew, but not the hull. Can target your own ship. So I can disable different parts of the enemy ships and use to damage their crew. This is going to be really useful, because when I send my Mantis, I can throw in bombs across their ship to kill people I'm not currently fighting or serve as a distraction. Alright, before we get to the big fight... Oh, dear me, that is not good. Let's see. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. We can pay the toll, or we can reject their offer. What are you guys saying? Do we attempt to fight the ship? He has one advantage I'm not ready to face just yet. But we could always give it a shot. We got a couple of rockets that could potentially help us out here. Number 2, we reject their offer. Alright, first comes, first served. Kill them, punch on the face. Alright, we shall do this. So, too bad. You will regret this decision. It's 2 Mantis. Of course it's gonna be 2 goddamn Mantis piloting the ship. Fake cultists. So, here is a disadvantage. Super shields prevent you from teleporting. They have these unique green shields known as super shields. I can't send my crew teleporting through these. And the only way to actually get my crew through is to take them down, which I need a weapon for. However, I'm not sure if the small bomb is capable of actually destroying those shields, so we're going to quickly reassign Tear to the weapons and Odin to man the engines. Let's see, can a boarding drone damage a ship? Not enough power. That's okay, I can disable the healing since it's not in use. And send a boarding drone. No. As you can see, the boarding drone got instantly destroyed without damaging the shield. And the small bomb is actually capable of damaging these little shields, so I could sacrifice a couple of missiles in order to take down these shields. And then I can send my crew members in. Boom. That's another one down. One more and we'll be able to do it. But then in that moment we had our we have had our weapons disabled. We're gonna quickly send everybody to repair that as quickly as we can. Power up our weapons again. Oh, damn it, they damaged him one more time, okay. See, this is how the normal combat would look like. You gotta manage your crew members really well and make sure that you respond properly to stuff that happens. And, of course, try not to die a horrible, horrible death. These guys are very powerful in a sense. Alright, since you can't repair the shields right now, how about you go instead and repair that. And I'm gonna send Mark to repair our drones. Okay, the shields have been taken down. I'm going to send the 2 to go ahead and heal themselves before I send them forward to do the carnage. And we're going to send a boarding drone now to cause some problems. These 2 have been healed. Instantly jump into their weapons and try to disable them. Oof. My ship is taking a massive beating from this one. They have some really powerful weapons which hit a ton of times. And something to disable my ships too, so... Alright, we took a lot of damage, way too much damage during that fight, but we did manage to come on top, so... let's see. There are no more life signs on the ship. You strip it off its useful materials. So, I wouldn't say that was exactly worth the fight, since we took a lot of damage, and I mean half ship's health worth of damage. We're gonna have to live through that. But what we can do is quickly send our NG, our Raj, to assist in fixing stuff. See, crew members can level up in different ways. You got a couple of different things you can level them up in. Some can be great pilots and engine pilots by dodging the oncoming fire. Whoever mans the shield can level up by soaking up whenever a shield takes a hit. A person who's manning the shield will level their abilities up little by little, and this lets him be more experienced in managing system, meaning the shields will charge up faster or the weapons will charge up faster. Mantis, for example, since they are prominent fighters, they level up. Holy hell, I've already managed to get Tears to level up twice, which is the maximum amount, so he does 20% more crew damage right now, and Odin Joe is halfway through reaching a second level too, just because they fight a lot and cause a lot of damage. They have been leveling up rapidly. So Araja managed to fix everything. You can see that his repair skill has gone up quite a bit. Eventually, you get people who are experienced in the media, and yeah. Okay, now for the genuine messy situation that we're going to have to try and survive. The rebel fleet has caught up with us. You found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. You must survive for long enough to be able to jump to the next sector. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do here. Survive. Even if I manage to defeat the enemy ship, it's not going to help me since I won't be able to salvage it, so we're going to do best we can simply to survive this onslaught. I'm going to send the drone immediately. And we have one of the dudes trying to teleport aboard my ship. Now what the poor soul doesn't know is that... what the poor soul doesn't actually know is that I have two Mantis willing to rip him a new one. We're gonna kill these two. APS target has been locked. These ships in the background are very dangerous because they're constantly shooting at us. And they have just shot a barrage worth of 3 damage through my sensors. Let's see what we can do to disable these. Let me see if I can take down their weapons a bit. I'm trying to find them in this room, but they're healing in that very room. My oxygen supply went down too. Lovely. Alright, we're about to charge up our FTL drive. Shouldn't take too long, and I'm pulling them back out. Alright, we can jump now. Time to get out of here. To the next sector. We got a civilian and Mantis control. I'm going to quickly jump... actually, we're safe now, since we don't have to worry about that. In the jump sector, the game gets paused. So which one do we want to go up against? Do we want to visit a sector populated by Mantis, the same kind that Tear and Others are, the people very good at boarding and combat prowess? Or do we go to the run-of-the-mill civilian sector, which a lot of random things can occur? Pick your poison. And don't worry, I'm keeping an eye out on the chat. Civilian, says Mark. Sure, we can go for that. I kind of know what happens. Well, not what happens in each sector, but like I kind of have the idea of what each sector is about. Although I thought it would be like much more fun to let people people also drive the story or drive our decisions here. I am merely a narrator. Can I pick both? Unfortunately, you can. You can only pick one. Welcome to the new sector. Go to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels catch up with you. So, our ship has been pretty badly damaged from all of that shenanigans back there. We are almost dead, actually. Our health is at 11 out of 30, so take too many unfortunate shots, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to be alive for very long. Also, I need to go ahead and patch up my oxygen supply here, because I am quickly losing oxygen, since that last encounter has decimated my ship pretty badly. Well, not that badly, but enough to warrant a complaint to whoever decided that it was a great idea to go around all willy-nilly and all get to the exit beacon ASAP. So if I don't repair the oxygen, it's going to eventually suffocate my entire crew. Yeah, it's giving me a warning, oxygen too low. There we go, oxygen has been fixed, it has been powered, and we should slowly... These rooms should like slowly turn white again as the oxygen refills. We're gonna set Raj to do the repairs because he's a master of doing that. We need to fix the ship. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Jelbean, welcome. Hold on a second. I just need a split moment. There we go. Alright. We're gonna send our fellow NG to pilot our ship, and we have another store over there at the horizon. I'll definitely need to pay the visit soon in order to fix my ship, but before I do that, I would like to explore the surrounding area and actually try to gather a little bit of scrap, so we can actually afford those repairs. A small research station orbits a nearby pulsar. It appears largely abandoned, but you detect power signatures firing up as soon as you are scanning in a scanning distance. A small combat ship excuse me. A small combat ship launches from the station. It's the pirates! We continue, and I'm immediately going to send Odin and Tia over the enemy ship to rip him a new one. And power a defense drone because I spot a rocket launcher mounted on the enemy ship. Now, what you might not have known is that rockets are capable of fully piercing all of your shields and damaging your ship directly. There are no more life signs remaining on your ship. You strip it off its useful materials, and we get to continue. So, the reason rockets are so dangerous... Oh dear. The pulsar has disabled my teleporter and the shield, but thankfully their ship is also disabled, so they can't actually damage us. I do need to summon my crew back though. Let's see. Good morning, Jill. Good on yourself. I'm working on Tear's ship. Hello, I'm good. I mean, why the hell not? We need somebody to repair the whole thing. Alright, let's jump up a little bit more and explore the surrounding area. Ooh, you detect a rebel scout on the attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they are not firing yet. We got a chance to intervene to defend the outpost or avoid the conflict. I'll let you guys choose. My option, of course, my opinion on this one would definitely be go rip them a new one, because we need more sacrifices for the cult. But I'd like to hear what the chat thinks. Now, let me have a quick look. I wanted to let Keeps know. Hold on. I'm looking for somebody in particular here. No, that's not quite it. Alright, I just need to have a quick peek at the OBS. Give me just 1 second, please. Alright, that takes care of that. Pardon that little intrusion. Just got to answer something really fast. Alright, good morning, Jill. Checking the chat. I'm working on your ship. Chat seems mighty fine. So, I'm just going to take my best benefit and attack them silly. The rebel ship responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. They move in to engage. We'll see about that. We're gonna send Odin and Tia immediately. And we have a small problem at hand here. Now, something that very few ships have had up until this point is a healing bay. What is a healing bay? Well, the same thing I have on my ship. It is capable of restoring health of their crew members, meaning that as soon as the crew gets low enough on HP, they will run away from my Mantis in combat and try to heal. Now, we do have one thing to help us with that, and that would be a small bomb. They have rockets, so I'm going to activate the defense, shut off the health so we can have extra power for our shields, and teleport our Mantis into their oxygen supply. So we're gonna have them find out, and as soon as one of them gets into the oxygen supply, I'm gonna toss a bomb in there. And boom! The bomb blows up, they're low in health, and they just murdered that poor man. And I'm gonna toss my Mantis in there to finish them off. And like that, the ship is empty of life. With a crew dead, you quickly salvage what you can. The outpost hails you. This promiscuous bastard have expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. We got some fuel and scrap. We're gonna throw them back, disable our bombs and enable our healing, and toss our lovelies in there to get healed and patched up. Always fight. Yeah, if there's an option to fight, we'll fight always in that case. I'll try to take that route instead of asking you guys every single time, but I will give you enough time to interact in case you want, or if there's like a unique scenario, I'll obviously ask to see what everybody else thinks. We got a distress signal. Apparently someone might need help, so let's jump there and see what happens. You arrive to find a floating. You arrive to find a ship floating among the debris. Hello, our impulse drivers are shot and we can't jump. Could you give us some fuel? We could give these people, which appear to be a Federation scout, so it's one of our own, I suppose you could say. We could give him 2 fuel, or apologize, wish him luck, and continue on. What do you guys say? We do have 18 fuel to boot, which is quite a good chunk, so it wouldn't hurt us to spare these, but we can't exactly fight this ship to begin with, so our only 2 options are help him out, or don't. The thing goes skrrr, back, 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 skibbity, back, back. I forgot how the rest of the song goes. Goddamn, what was his name? I forgot. I forgot the dude's name, but I know the meme and all. So, let's see. Do we help him or do we not? That's the question. I love the music though, it's quite great. I'm gonna go for the side of helping them and seeing what happens. Big Shack. Oh yeah, that was the name. Big Shack. We'll go ahead and help these guys out in that case. We'll give them fuel. Thank you so much. We don't have much to offer, but have a look at the sector scans that we took. Our map is updated, you say. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so they didn't give us anything that we can use, but what I did do instead is they given us a scan of each individual beacon, so we kind of have a map of this area now. We know where each stores are, where more distress signals are coming from, and where possible ship encounters can be found. So, what about that, eh? That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna jump to a ship, to this next little bit where we can encounter a ship. A very different game that you're playing than you would normally play. I guess you could say that. It is kind of pixely, but I figured I would try something that is quick and easy and we can play on the occasion. I still intend to finish the Celeste, but to be fair, I didn't feel too well to get properly invested into it, so I thought, hey, why not try this for now? I do intend to get Hollow Knight. I have Binding of Isaac, and I've gotten my hands on Enter the Gungeon as well. So we will be able to stream some of those games over at my place. But today I figured, hey, why not introduce a brand new little game? I played this one before, so it wouldn't be as fun as a full-blown playthrough, but we can have a little bit of fun, just try something different, you know, see what people think. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. We can intervene to defend or avoid a conflict. We could potentially destroy this ship. Granted, we don't have any proper weapons to do it with, so this could be kind of tricky to do. We'll go ahead and fight it. But this is actually going to be ever so slightly messy to deal with. So, we'll do the same trick we did last time. Throw our boys in here. And activate a boarding drone to send them in the other 2 spots. There you go. So, the boarding drone can easily overwhelm this ship, or rather destroy it on his own, because he can fight indefinitely. He doesn't need to care about oxygen, he's a drone. So, he is going to be breaching through and destroying little bits of the ship, causing damage here and there. And I'm going to be sending my Mantis in there to help speed up the process, and of course level up their ability to destroy things, because why the hell not? How about we go after a drone this time around? Right, that sound means they're about to get very, very deaded, and I need to pull them out. So the drone actually can't move to other rooms now, because this ship is designed so that there is only 2 of these rooms are connected, meaning he can only destroy the destroy the engines or the shields. But thankfully, because I can teleport around, I can always toss in my Mantis in whatever room I want to toss him in, and they'll do a little bit of damage here and there, eventually bringing the ship down. And we just got a level up. Raj managed to level up in piloting skill. He gained more evasion, because he has been dodging projectiles for a little while now. Alright, we're gonna send him here. And then I'm going to pull them out before the engines get repaired. No, I need to pull them out now. Ah, man. Alright, they only have about 2 HP left, so... Let's see. The only thing I can really do here is kind of wait for the drone to damage the ship, which might take a little while. So in the meantime, let me explain you how this actually works. The idea with these ships, the black ones, the automated drone ones, is that they... Sorry, there's something in my throat. Is that they don't actually have humans to pilot them, or any crew for that matter. So the way they actually repair themselves is that they repair very, very, very slowly, like slower than Mantis repair, kind of slowly. But they repair automatically, meaning that if you damage them, eventually their systems will come back online. And this is a useful thing in some cases, because right now I can wait for the system to get repaired and have my drone just sit there and not give a damn, and wait for it to be repaired before he starts shooting his lasers on it. And then finally, wait for it, boom. Bring the entire ship down. The ship breaks apart, and you quickly salvage what you can. The outpost scales you after a scout will destroy. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house. And we got a little bit more supplies to boot. So, with all this money, about 150 scraps worth, we can pay a visit to a nearby store. And see what we can actually spend this money on. Maybe we'll find a useful weapon. You never know. The space station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Khajiit would like to show you his wares. Alright, so here's what we have. We have a store. First things first, we're gonna quickly peek around. We're gonna go ahead and repair parts of our ship. As you can see, we can spend a little bit of scrap to patch us up. I'm not gonna patch us up fully, but enough so that we're not like in a dangerous zone. We can buy fuel and other stuff, and we can buy new upgrades to our system. We can get things like backup battery, which gives us some extra power to the ship, a cologne bay, which will replace our healing. So if a crew member dies, we can cologne them back into existence, meaning that the death will be less of a problem. I kind of like the clone bay, but I'm not sure if I want to spend money on it. We can also get hacking. Target a single system, locking onto their doors, and gaining the ability to temporarily disable or disrupt it, which kind of interesting. We can also get augmentations, which kind of serve to give you and your ship a bit of an extra edge. So stealth weapons, we can shoot our weapons when stealthed, an FTL jammer which prevents ships from escaping, or the iron field which negates damage from irons. So a lot of cool stuff. Weapons wise though, we do have a few things to work with. A heavy iron, a Pegasus missile launcher. Let's see, a creative missile design that allows 2 projectiles to be fired at a cost of 1. It requires 3 power now, a missile, and it has a shield piercing. That is kind of cool, I guess. If we were to buy this, we would be able to destroy ships that we would not normally be able to. So I guess having one of these wouldn't be an entirely bad idea. Tempting. I don't know. Should we buy a rocket? What does the chat think? Should we buy ourselves a spare rocket in order to be able to fight off more dangerous ships? These things can pierce shields, so we'll have an option instead of having to board our crew members. But then again, we are a boarding ship. So what do you guys think? We could also skip it and try to find a better weapon in a. We could skip it too and try to find a better weapon in one of the different shops. We don't have to buy it right away. I don't know. I'm voting for a skip. I like me some rocket weapons, but I feel we could find something better. I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling gambly, which is something I don't usually do. I'm not a gambler in games. Well, let's see. I guess we can skip it. Chat seems pretty indifferent. I will see a different shop. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. We have gotten our repairs, that's important. So, let us go ahead and pay a visit to a different store. Pardon me. If not, I will be back and take it. Alright, that sounds like a fine idea. Scan shows a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this, you will be next. Okay, concentrate your fire on... We can attack a ship or ignore them. They seem to be attacking a settlement of sorts, for one reason or another. So, let's disrupt their plans. Attack a ship. You asked for it. They pull away from a planet and move in to engage. Okay, so we're gonna... What do we have to work with here? The ship has a drone. An enemy anti-combat drone shoots down, stuns and possibly destroys the combat drones, which I don't really have any of, conveniently enough. They have a drone control inside the ship and through three crew members. So let's do what we usually do, send Odin and PS to rip him a new one. While they fight about, they don't actually have any clone bay or healing related stuff, so I don't have to worry about it. There you go. 2 crew members have already succumbed, and the third one is about to meet his maker too. You're gonna see about the hell that I have. Maxwell. I'm sorry, Maxwell, but today's your day. You peek through the remains and contact settlement. With the pirates gone, your signal station. We appreciate what you've done, but they're just another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more. Well, at least we did what we could, eh? That's better than nothing. And we got a little bit of a loot to spare. Oh dear, upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we will let you continue on your way. Well, if I learned anything from earlier, that is that we don't pay fees. Instead we will reject. Too bad, you will regret this decision. We reject that and we loot their ship instead. Now, 3 members of their ship, a human, an NG, and a something to worry about, a rock crew member, as well as a clone bay capable of reviving them when I kill them. So we might need some help. I'm going to send a boarding drone in and toss this guys inside. Let's see. I'm going to try and eliminate a human first. There you go. And then, because these guys are gonna take a while to reach me, toss them into a clone bay and try to damage that as soon as I can. That didn't work. Okay, let's try it like this. Disable the healing, enable the bomb. There we go. Because the clone bay will keep reviving them in time as long as... I can kill the entire crew member as I did just now. But until the clone bay is disabled, they will keep coming back on. And they can do this indefinitely, so... I need to take that down as soon as... Thankfully... Ah, right, we succeeded. Awesome. With the crew dead, you're able to take the fuel out of the storage. You also take all the scrap that you can manage. And we're gonna go ahead and heal our boys back to full. Alright, let's pay a visit to that store that we found earlier. You find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail you and have some valuable technology to sell. Oh, they have mantises! They have 2 mantises. We can add more people, more fighting people to our ship. Oh, that would be awesome. I'm very tempted to get that. They also sell a cloaking, which is extremely expensive, but cloaks the ship, making it invisible and very hard to hit. With this, we could be able to evade. So, there's also a mind control. Nope, sorry. There's also a mind control and a backup battery. So what do you guys say? This is an important decision here. Do we spend our money and we get 2 more mantises, 2 more cult members to join the carnage and bring us more sacrifices? Or do we get ourselves a fancy cloak? Like a purple cloak, because why not? Let's see. Well, chat seems to be pretty indefinite at the moment, so I would like to hire 2 new cultists to join the fray. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase them, or rather hire them. Ah, there we go. 2 new mantises. Now, question remains: what names should we give him? Hold up. Upgrade crew members. We have Tears Odin, who wishes to be a mantis. Let me go actually to the general chat of the cult and ask people. Let's see. Who wishes to be a mantis on board my ship in FTL? Streaming and looking for crew members. Odin and let's see. Your task will be breaching into enemy ships and ripping their and possibly splitting enemy crew in half with your giant scissor-like blades. Odin, Joe, and Tears are mantis already, so you get to fight together. All right, let's see if I can get a response from the cultists. I'm gonna wait for a response, and we're gonna see what happens. The chat can also respond if you have any suggestions. I would like to name these guys something appropriate, since Tears and Odin are already members. We have Mark Beta being a Rockman and Raj being an NG in charge of piloting. Ah, that's beautiful. Look at that. 4 Mantises. This is going to make invasions that much more fun, because now we don't have a pair of people going in to rip apart the enemy ship. We have an entire goddamn army. Hey, who knows that I could be a sadistic cat? Oddly enough, no many responses. Boo! Thank you. Hey Raj, do you have a suggestion for me? Helm as well. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to start naming these. We're going to name... I'm tempted to do a reboot here. Let's see. Maybe we could give it a reboot. Who else could we make it? Do you actually have to do something in that game? Oh, what do you mean? I mean, you have to do all sorts of things if you want to play the game, of course. But I'm not stuck. Essentially, I'm just wondering if anybody wishes to take up a role. I'm naming my crew members here, and I'm wondering if anybody wishes to take up a role of it. So let's try like this. We have Mark, Raj, Tears, and Odin. I could probably... Who else can we like? There are many people in the call, but in the call of Tears. Why not? Why not? Alright, I choose... There you go. I choose United Corn. United Core. There you go. United Core, you're now a Mantis lady. Core, you are now a Mantis lady, along with Odin. Alright, and who else could we add over here? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, you can add me. Yeah, sure thing. We'll add you as well then. Let's go for it. Gel Bean. Oh, and Gel Bean 2. Alright, there we go. So, we have Tears as the leader of the Mantis and 3 ladies. Odin, United Cord, and Gel Bean as the boarding party, with Mark Beta and Raj sticking behind to manage the ship, while the rest splits the enemy crew in half. Talk about fun times. Let's continue then. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationary near small military goods. You can attack the automated ship to get to the stored cache, or avoid provoking the ship. I'd like to attack it, but we don't have weapons to destroy it, so we'll have to use the ye old tactic. And in order to do this, I will have... let's see... I'm going to talk. I'm actually going to send Corn and Gelbean to manage some stuff, while the Tears and the rest goes forth. Oh dear, that's not good actually. That's going to complicate things a lot. Okay, let's see. Oh, good. If he disables that, then I won't need to worry. Alright, I need to wait before I enter here, because they have sent a hacking... They have sent like a hacking thing over there. And what hacking will do, if my people are inside of this room... Ooh, I took a hit there. Alright, go help him repair that. If something is hacked, like if a part of a ship gets hacked, the problem with it is... Oh dear me. Alright, we need to fix some stuff here. We need to fix that drone instantly, or we're gonna have a bad time. Fire is started inside of our ship, that's lovely too. We're gonna open the room, empty it of oxygen. There we go, kinda like that. Alright, perfect. Phew, talk about a little crisis situation. So, what was I talking about again? I was mentioning something earlier, but I forgot what it was. Alright, we have some time here now to send Korn and everybody else to get healed and prepared. But I'm still trying to remember what I was. Ooh, literally 1 HP left. That was risky. I'm trying to remember what I was going to talk about. I don't remember. I'm sorry. My brain farted. I received fart LeBron. Oh yeah, hacking. I was going to talk about hacking. So the idea in this game, when it comes to hacking, is that when the enemy sends like a hacking drone your way and attaches to a different part of your ship, depending on what it attaches to, it has different effects. So if it attaches to my healing thing, whenever anybody is inside, I can hack it and cause it to do damage to them instead of killing them. You can hack the ships to take them. You can hack the shields to take the entire shields down. You can hack weapons to stop them from firing. Oxygen supply to literally steal away all the oxygen from the ship. A lot of different uses, and a lot of different dangerous way you can destroy enemies. But with this all in motion, our bot friend is going to go ahead and destroy the ship's thing one more time. We're gonna blow it up and be on our merry way. And we gotta investigate the station. The station was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems that have lain unused for quite some time. You find nothing useful. A bit of a shame. I guess not every deed you do can be helped. But let's upgrade our ship a little bit, shall we? How about we give it a better engine and an all-around upgrade to piloting indoors. That should be useful. And jump the hell away before they catch up to us. You have arrived at a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you prepare to jump for the next sector. You recognize a ship as a well-known slave trader. He hails you and offers you laborers for cheap. We can buy one of the slaves to join our crew for about 30-something scrap. We can attack the slavers' scum. We can ignore the slavers and continue on our way. Or we have a fourth unique option because we have some special equipment of our ship. A teleporter. Use a teleporter to attempt to board the ship and release some of the slaves. I will just attack the slavers' scum instead. Why not? This time we have an army, so we're gonna send everybody on board. Everybody from the cult, attack. There is 4 of us and 2 of them. They have no chance of getting out of there alive. And just like that, you scan the ship and detect no signs of life. It appears that some of the slaves might have perished during the fighting. Wait, why? How? I was going to try and get rid of the, like the regular peeps, like the regular people, and then just like go ahead and release the slaves. Aw. Now I'm sad. Now I'm sad. I wanted to save them. No, damn. Damn it, I have the big sad now. I will. let us get out of here. So, who wishes to choose a next thing? We have an uncharted nebula and the abandoned sector. Abandoned sector is going to be troublesome, that much I can guarantee, but I'll let you guys play around with my faith here. Uncharted nebula, which is an area unknown, obviously uncharted, so we can find anything there, God knows what it can be. Or the abandoned sector, which, well, it says that it's been abandoned, so I'm assuming there is something dangerous in there. Any suggestions you would like to throw my way? Uncharted, says Jalvin. Alright, first comes first served. Uncharted Nebula it is. Let's see what we find here. This nebula must have been an important hub at one point. Placing all of these jump beacons just would be no easy task. However, now it's hardly navigable. Oh damn, and yeah, I see exactly what I mean. Look at that. The entire map is chock full covered in a nebula. So we're going to be finding some weird stuff in there. You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect a faint life signatures on board. We can board the station and look for survivors, or we can scrap some of the debris. I mean, survivors aren't bad. We could try and save somebody potentially, or we can scrap all the debris and get some money in return. I don't know. What do you guys say? There is a chance we might get attacked because God knows what's in there. It's an abandoned station. We don't know. Or we can just like scrap a little bit of metal, get some money, and get out of there. Damaged and dilapidated space station. Huh? I don't know. I'm tempted to search for survivors, but at the same time, I would like some money too. Money could be useful. Alright, how about we try to board the station and look for some survivors? A human corpses are scattered across the station. You find a source of the signal, a lone survivor that locked themselves in a strange closet. You quickly retreat with them in tow back to the ship and hope that you can recover enough to be of some use. We got some scrap, and we also got a new member known as Nikimi. A human for that. Human, you say? Well, we're gonna put the human to good use and have them pilot the engines. But as the state goes, we are going to rename him and welcome a new cultist to the ranks. Now, who shall that be? Who wishes to be a human? I just saw the Corn's reaction. Ah, brilliant. Alright, let's see. How about... Maybe Shamas, eh? Maybe Shamas would like to take part in it. Or, I don't know, Blind Assassin? Oh, Reboot. Reboot is a human. He's going to be rebooting our engines a lot, so... We're gonna put Reboot in charge of the engines here. There we go. Done and done. Since these things are going to be going on and off, he's going to be in charge of pushing a lot of buttons in there. Alright, let's jump the hell out of here, away from here. And we gotta go into the nebula. There's actually a little choice in the matter. So, zip. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships as a small station is offering a deal. We can trade a little bit of our fuel in exchange for some rockets. Not a bad deal, but I'm not using a lot of rockets, so I don't think I need them. We'll be ignoring that request and moving on. And the distress signal too, that can only mean good things. You receive a message from a small convoy. They're looking for some military supplies and are offering to improve your reactor in exchange for some. We can do that, why not? Make the exchange and their team comes on board to try and improve the reactor. Reactor has been pumped up by 1 in exchange for a bit of fuel, rockets and drones. So a little bit of everything, but thankfully we have a pretty balanced out assortment of supplies that we don't need to worry about it too much. Oh dear, what we have here. As soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired toward your ship. It's a trap. Well, it won't help you because I am packing an entire goddamn army in my lodge and I'm about to send them to your clone bait to rip you a new one. Get them, boys. And actually get them guys, because like 3 of the mantis are women. Oh dear, my weapons went down. They hit him with a rocket. Ah man, come on. There are no more life-size remaining aboard the ship. You ship it off its useful materials. We're gonna teleport you back, send an engineer to fix this, and there we go. Have the rest get healed up. Raj doing his magic. Look at how quickly he repairs everything. He gets rid of fires and pesky intruders with utmost certainty. Nah, Gaster is with us too. Hold on, how many crew members do I have? Oh, I'm missing 1. Maybe Gaster would like to take another role later. Welcome, Gaster. How's it been? Good to see you as always. I sent you a message earlier because I wanted to let you know that I'll be around today, but I'm not going to be streaming over at my place, so you might not get the notification. You notice the glance out of the windows, but the only thing you see is more clouds and silence. Nothing seems to be around us, at least nothing that we can see. For all we know, there could be a ship stalking us out there, and we will never know. But that's a combat encounter. It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within the nebula to warn them of your passing. The ship starts to power off its FTL drive. If it gets away, it will no doubt warn the fleet about your position. Okay, this is troublesome to say the least. Because he can cloak and go invisible. I cannot board him, because if he goes invisible while my crew is inside there, he will no doubt get big deaded. So, honestly, the only thing I can do here is pray to the Lord and Savior that my drone is capable of helping, and send the rest of our crew to work in different parts of the ship. Okay, he went for the weapons. Now I'm going to try and use my small bomb in order to disable its piloting. Because if I can stop the piloting, there we go. The FTL should be delayed, and that should give Robot enough time to go around and destroy the system. And all we can really do now is wait patiently. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw it. I'm a bit okay. I'm okay. A bit less tired than yesterday. So that's nice. How about you, bud? Not too bad. I decided to do a little bit of streaming today since I couldn't do it yesterday, and I don't want to leave you guys alone for too long because I love you all. But in Heights, I wasn't sure. I wanted to stream on a cold Patreon day since it's finally my turn, and earlier this month I had some troubles that delayed my streams here. Oh, jump imminent. It's not gonna make it in time. Come on! No! He got away. The scout jumps away. It will certainly inform the fleet of your position, so the fleet will get one massive jump across the map now because of this, and that will reduce the amount of time I can stick around this place, because if they catch up to me, I'm gonna have a bad time. So let's run. But yeah, otherwise I'm doing... Uh-oh. That can't be good. A rock armor transport nearby looks to have lost their bearings, but when you hail, they go suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave now. Leave. We have an option to leave. We have a second option called repugnant armed weapons, and number 3 option, which is a special option. A rock crew member can hop over to the com and offer to lead them out of the nebula. Now, Rockmen are a very proud race. They don't actually... They're big, bulky, and strong, and they don't actually like interacting with other species as much, so I'm assuming that seeing one of their own, seeing Mark Beta as a Rockman over at my... seeing them like as my a crew member might actually make him think, oh yeah, this ship is like one of ours, so maybe they'll be more friendly towards us. I'm gonna go for the option 3, but I'll let you guys choose what we do here. Do we invade their ship and slap him silly, or do we try to be friendly and offer one of their kind to help him out? But yeah, while the chat chooses our little options, you guys have a choice, of course. I want to make this a bit more interactive. So pick your poison. First come, first served. Oh yeah, I saw that I'm on okay. Oh yeah, we did read that. So I'm doing pretty decent. Again, I couldn't stream yesterday, so I figured I would mess around today a bit on the cold page and play a little game. But I wasn't sure. I didn't want to start a brand new playthrough of anything until we finish off the Celeste. So I will figure that, hey, why the hell not play a little bit of FTL? I'm familiar with the game. It could be fun, you know. Option number 3, says Raj. Okay. Rock crew member offered to lead them out of the nebula. The Rock grudgingly transfer control of their helm to you, and you steer them to a thinner part of the nebula. They're not sure what to think, but transfer over some supplies all the same. So we got some fuel drones in scrap for that, and we avoided fight altogether. Hey, that's pretty cool, I guess. Why the hell not? I'm cool with it, especially because we are currently in a storm, and storm kills half of your energy output. So you can't exactly do a whole lot while you're in there. Let's hop over to the next bit before we get into more trouble, eh? A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it's attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from the beacons. We can attack the ship or ignore him. Now, knowing you guys, you will obviously want me to fight the ship, so let's go with that immediately. You power up your weapons and you move in to engage. Okay, let's gather everybody at Tears, Odin, Korn, and Jelbean. I want you guys to assemble at the teleporter immediately, because we're going to be sending you to a little bit of a party. And when I say party, I mean you're going to be invading... Wait a minute. Intruders detected. Somebody was bold enough to enter our ship, and I can actually see them. Okay, we will send Tears and Odin to defend our ship against the intruders. Meanwhile, we'll send the Korn and Jelbean to rampage through the enemy ship a little bit. So, why not toss the two of you into the enemy's weapon system? They're fighting against a Slug, eh? And a Zoltan. That's a colorful ship that you guys have at your disposal. The ship was apparently carrying information about the surrounding beacons. You download what you can to the ship map and scrap the rest of the ship. Not too bad. We'll summon the two of you fine ladies back home, and we'll get you into our little healing chamber to make sure that you're all fine and patched up. Let's see. I have been streaming, says Jelbean. Would you like me to ask you on here or to send it to your direct message? And you can check it later. Wait, what? What do you mean, Jelbean? I'm confused. I have the big Confucius. Off to the next bit we go. You spot the rebel ship in a nebula ahead and try to stay off their radar. Try to engage? Prepare to chase him. They're gonna kick their butts, because they're rebelling against the cult, and all the people who rebel against the cult are obviously not worth of... The only value is being a sacrifice. Nah, I'm joking, of course, but let's still pillage them a little bit. Alright, there are no more life signs remaining on ship. You ship it off to useful material. Damn, these new recruits are something else. Jelbean and the United Corn are growing vicious, it would seem. And there's a store around here as well. Streaming question. Wait, you want to share your own stream? I mean... I'm not against it per se, but I can always hop over to your place and see it. You can just send it to the DMs. What have you been streaming anyway lately? I didn't see the last stream, apart from Spiral Knights. I did catch on to that one. I played with you. You probably remember that. An energy cargo vessel appears and purpose mutually beneficial. Exchange of properties. It seems like a bargain. Oh yeah, NGs are like robotic type of creatures, so their dialogue is more roboticized, I guess. Oh, it's a trade. They're offering stuff for us. Long range scanner, the FTL booster, the fire suppression automatically puts up fire strap. Shit, we don't need that. We already have Mark capable of doing that. Long range scanners, not very useful. FTL charges faster, not too intrigued about any of these. Although a cool thing that we could do is there is a defense drone number 2. It fires faster than MK1 and also can shut down incoming lasers. So here's what I would like to do. I will sell the regular defense drone that we have and upgrade it to the defense drone Mark II. That would be kind of cool. We'll fix the remnants of our ships and we will purchase the Zoltan. Zoltans are the allies of NG. Their innate energy can power up different ship systems. Provides power to occupy the system room, but maximum health reduced to 70. And if should it die, its damage, it will do 15 damage to enemy on death. Once you purchase this mellow fellow, assign him to work in the engineer place, and the human should work in this place. And who wishes to take up the mighty who wishes to take up the mighty struggle of being our final crew member? Who wishes to be a Zoltan? Let's see. I was gonna say Gaster. Gaster seems like a ghastly old foe. Maybe he would like to become a powerhouse energy being. What do you say, Gaster? Would you be willing to participate aboard our ship alongside Tears, Odin, United Core, Jelbean, Raj, Mark Beta, and Complete Reboot? Now we already have Reboot. Reboot is the human. Reboot is the human of the ship. He goes around rebooting stuff. He's gonna be a helping hand, of course. Illness world. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Gaster, welcome to the club. Alright, we're gonna save everybody's position and jump the hell away from there. There's a ship encounter. Let's see what we can find. Gaster? Yep. The fellow in the chat. He is, if I'm not mistaken, not just a member of the cult, but he is a very frequent viewer over at my place whenever we do art. So I really appreciate like the interaction, and he's a cool dude. He actually he offered to buy me a Hollow Knight, but due to some difference between like the game's cost, I guess, over here where I am from and where he is from, he couldn't do it. He did end up being a cool dude and bought me 2 different kinds of games, which we might get a chance to play on the stream. I will make no promises, but I appreciate him. He's awesome, and so is the rest of you. And I wanna like to put him in here with the rest of the gang to explore. So. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, unfortunately stationed here to look for you. Man, they can look for us if they want, they ain't gonna help them. Get him, boys! Ooh, okay. We're gonna go ahead and destroy different parts of their ship here. There we go. They're healing in this room, but because there are 2 mantises, I can actually do just enough damage to... There we go. With the crew down, you are able to take the fuel out of the storage. You also take all the scrap you can manage. See, having 4 4 mantises going out about rampaging through the enemy ship is quite powerful, you'll be surprised. We'll go ahead and patch the boys up. Boys and girls. There we go. And with the gel bean being healed up to full, we can jump the hell out of here towards the exit. I am the LonelyTear Discord, I just don't text anything. No, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. People are as active as they want to be or as they can be. Nobody is saying anything against that. I myself sometimes don't have a ton of time to text and chat to, but I do appear whenever I can. This long-range beacon is almost hidden within the nebula. When the FTL drive is charged, you finally can jump to the next sector. And we're gonna do that. So... abandoned sector. Again. And it's a hostile one at that. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Because there is a rather unique species living in this place. And I'm not gonna be happy to encounter them. There have been a number of reports of an advanced ships salvaging the wrecks in the abandoned mining facilities of the sector. Could it be that Lanius have resurfaced? Yep, that's the name, folks. Lanius. And music is all but fitting for me meeting these gorgeous bastards, if I can put it that way. Pardon the cursing. I should refrain from doing so. So who are the Lanius, you wonder? If you imagined a knife with legs, that's essentially Lanius. They are creatures created out of metal, capable of changing their body at whim, and sometimes they use that to make blades and cut people to pieces. Sometimes they use it to fix the ships and do other stuff. And not only are they very damn cool and powerful, but not only are they like very cool and powerful, but to make matters worse, they consume oxygen. And I don't mean just like to live like the rest of us do. No, they absorb oxygen and make it make it so that the other races can't breathe in the room they're in. Their ships are similar to the automated ships we've been seeing, as in they have no oxygen inside of them. So for a ship like mine, who is reliant on boarding and fighting enemies super quickly, they're going to have a huge advantage against me. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm imagining a knife with legs. Yep, that's pretty much it. Okay, I sent you a direct message, says Gelbean, and you can read it later when you're downstream. Sure thing, I will. To be able to fight him, I am going to need to upgrade my teleporter a little bit. But I'm gonna do it only once, so that I can teleport my crewmates quickly in and out of danger. Alright, let's hope that this one goes well. Music is pretty cool, by the way. A rebel ship has been patrolling the region. As you soon arrive, it begins its assault. Thankfully, these aren't the Lanius, and I can fight normally, without worrying of death. Let's go ahead and cause some trouble around the ship. There we go, and that ship is down for the count. With the crew dead, you take everything you can. We got some fuel and some scrap to boot. Let's teleport these fine people back home and patch them up. And also, might as well upgrade our healing a little bit so that we can do it quicker. Since we'll be fighting often. Make sure to patch up Odin too. Let's see. Tear giving important info. Me trying to imagine a knife with legs. Well, it's only as important as you. It's only really as important as much as you wish to learn about the game I'm playing. You can ignore the most of it though. Let's see. When you get to the beacon, you quickly try to locate the source of the distress signal. As you're looking, the signal blinks out. It is that you notice a small fleet of scavenger ship absorbing debris from a large battle nearby. You can't help but wonder where the distress signal came from. but as you decide not to risk pursuing the fleet. Oh dear. Looks like there was a massive combat encounter there. I wonder if Wendellinus are going to... Oh! Speak of the devil soon to shove a knife up your butt. When you come across a Lanier ship in the process of absorbing a rebel automated scout, if you scare off the Laniers, you could probably make some use out of it. We can fight the ship or leave him alone. Since it's our first encounter, and you can see why I said that you can imagine knives with legs, because these ships are very blade-shaped, which is kind of cool. We're going to go ahead and fight the ship. You power your weapons, which quickly gains the attention of the ship. Okay, so, why are these guys so terrifying, you ask? I'm gonna power up my defense. The reason they're terrifying is that they are capable of in surviving, or rather existing, in ships that don't actually have any oxygen inside of them. This is a problem, because if I send my mantis, they're not only going to suffocate from oxygen itself, from the loss of oxygen, but they're also going to be in danger because they have to fight. They have to fight like these dudes, right? So I have to be very careful with how I do this. And we're going to go ahead and try to... We're going to go ahead and try to see if we can kill these dudes fast enough. There you go. Thankfully I can summon and send my people in and out very quickly. And I just managed to disable their, what's it called? Their clone bay with a bomb, so that they couldn't respawn and get back. And that was surprisingly not an easy encounter, but we managed to pull it off near flawlessly, because I tried to prepare myself pretty well. Otherwise, that could have ended badly, because the health of my crew went down pretty quickly. At any rate, no more signs are detected within the Lanier ship. You moved to intersect the ultimate rebel ship. It was absorbing. And I think with the whole absorption, and the reason why these guys do it, they are metal people that exist within the universe. They have simply woken up recently, and they're hungry. They don't know much about what's happening around them, but they just try to live their lives. And when I say live their lives, I mean attack any ship they can come across, absorb the metal from the ship itself, and use it to upgrade their ship, or rather to feed themselves. They feed on metallic things, and these ships that we are piloting are simply food for them. They're natural hunters, so it makes them incredibly dangerous. And anyway, GG. We managed to get out of that one. A trading depot set near a beacon. A surprising number of military ships gathered around the station. You pick up, however, an advertisement on a beacon, on a wide band channel. Ship parts, repairs, refueling, souvenirs. We got it all. Check out the only store not afraid of scavengers in this side of Omicron 6. Huh. Oh dear me, they are selling some interesting things here. Well, let's review them. We have a decent amount of health, so we don't need repairs, and decent amount of supplies for the journey. But let's have a look at the weapons. They are selling cloaking, which is an incredibly neat little thing, as well as a clone bay capable of reviving our people should something happen to them, which is really damn nice little thing to have to work with. Automatically clones the dead crew members with a small skill penalty, so whenever somebody revives, they do lose a bit of their prowess, whatever they've learned or gotten better at, but at least they're alive, right? We got a bunch of combat drones. We don't really use those. Well, we do, but we already have maximum number of slots. We do, however, purchase Alanius for ourselves. These anaerobic beings seem friendly enough. They drain oxygen from the rooms and have slow movement, but no damage from the lack of oxygen. We could purchase, or rather hire, our very own Lanius. However, the problem is our crew has been decked out fully. We have no more room. So to do so, we will have to send somebody away and replace them. Curious little thing. But weapons-wise, they are selling a Hermes missile, a standard but a very powerful missile. that pierces all the shields, does 3 damage to the ships. We could use a decent weapon. There's also swarm missiles. Requires 2 power, shoots 3 shots, but it's a bit harder to aim. Remove me and add me to a robot. Wait, hold on. Remove you, Raj. But you are an Engie though. You are pretty damn crucial to the ship. I'm actually uncertain if removing Engie would be a good idea. Maybe we can swap Reboot. Reboot can become a new engineer, and you can become the Lanius if you so choose. How about that? Does that sound like a better idea? I am tempted to purchase one of these weapons because we could seriously use a decent weapon capable of actually helping us out here. Something that could help destroy the ship. So how about we do that? Let's see. Okay, so we are going to hold up. As soon as I figure out my menus. We're going to dismiss Reboot. Don't worry, Reboot. We shall reincarnate you in the next life. And when I say reincarnate you in the next life, I mean I'm going to transfer your consciousness over to the Raj, and you're going to become a new Reboot, just like that, because this is the future, and I can do whatever I want. And then we're going to go to the store. We're going to purchase the rocket, purchase the O. Williams, and we're going to go ahead and rename our good old fella O. Williams to new and improved Raj with more R's and J's to signify his improvement. And you, my good mellow fellow, is going to work with weapons. How about that, eh? That sounds good. So, as you can see now, the room is slowly growing red because the Raj is consuming all the oxygen from the room. By the way, this stream is sponsored by oxygen. If you consume oxygen, make sure to continue doing that, because if you don't, it will not end well. But there we go. Our room is now glowing red completely, which means there is no oxygen inside of it. What does this mean? Well, if I, for example, send the gel bean over to that room, she will begin to lose her health, slowly suffocating. So let's not do that. Let's pull the lights out of there, have her healed, and prepared to go further. How about Raj 2.0? I can do that too if you wish. I figure that your standard way of upgrading yourself is adding more R's and J's, but if you desire Raj 2.0, then the Raj 2.0 it shall be. Now, where's the damn menus? Ah, there we go. Raj 2.0. There you go. He's no longer a mere engineer. He is now a knife with legs. I like that. Alright, we're all decked out and good to go. I'm going to save all of your locations. And I do need to upgrade one thing though. In order to use the rockets that I have purchased, I will actually need to upgrade my weapons. And now we have access to the Hermes missiles. So, these should prove incredibly useful. Speaking of which, this must be one of them rebels, unnamed scout ships. Looks like there's no way around the fight. This time, though, I have a missile capable of destroying your sorry PLRs. Alright, let's get everybody to do some quality work here. I'm gonna charge up the Hermes missile. We're gonna go ahead and shoot for the engines. See if we can disable it. Missed. Of course he would miss. Let's help this process up a little bit. We're gonna send the mighty gel bean and corn over to take down this thing. Because there are two ways that the ship can defend itself. It can either be fast enough to avoid the damage altogether, or it can absorb it through its shields. There you go. I'm gonna resummon you girls back. We're gonna get you healed. Alright, let's disable their engines now so they can't escape us. Boom. Yeah, having some extra weapons really does help in situations like these. And I could actually win this right then and there by sending a drone instead of shooting another rocket. The drone will go in and start decimating like a part of a ship, and in a little bit of time that ship will go down and the ship will explode. I am sacrificing a drone for this, but then again, rockets are going to be a lot more commonly used now that I have a proper weapon, and it's a good idea to save up. Then again, the drone is going to take some time doing his sweet work, because he decided to land in a shield of all places. So... send me. I could send you, but there is one problem. If you're inside of a ship when it... when you're inside of a ship, when it blows up, you will die, because the ship will blow up. And I can't clone you back, and that means that I will lose you in the explosion. That's probably not something that we want to happen. You are immune to oxygen loss, but what you're not immune to is explosions, unfortunately. Nobody's immune to explosions, so... There we go, and boom goes the bandit. The ship blows up, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap metal. You can't clone me? Because... Okay, how to explain this? We have two ways of making sure that people are patched up. The first way is our little thing that we have over here, which is like a med bay. You step into it, it heals you, boom, done. Clone bay is something that we will need to buy from the store in order to revive people should they die in combat. I unfortunately... Ooh, Shammers! Thank you, Sham, for the ice cream and then bones. Much appreciated. But since I don't have a clone bay, and the sending you in a ship that is about to blow up would probably kill you, I can't revive you and bring you back to life, which meaning that this crew member, aka Raj 2.0, would be dead for good. And you would cease to exist. Shortly put. How you doing, Shams? Thought I would pop in and say hi. Have a good stream, dude. Hey, thanks. Lovely getting a chance to spot you, even if it's on a short notice. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Make sure to take good care of yourself. We need a clone bay. We could try and get one if we collect enough money, that is. But let us continue. You notice a number of linear ships absorbing a forward rebel base and its automated scouts, but they don't seem to be aggressive. Perhaps their desired metal could be pretty useful. We can try to use them to delay the rebels, we can leave them alone, or we can bring our Lanius crew member, aka Raj 2.0, to try and use them to delay the rebels that much more. I'm gonna send in Raj and see how much of a... I'm gonna send Raj to them and see how big of a diplomat he is. Let's see, your crew member tells them of an approaching fleet and a number of automated ships they use to scout ahead. They thank you for the tip and prepare to jump into the direction you came from. This will hopefully delay the fleet for a little bit. You scrap what remains of the rebel station itself. So we got a bunch of resources, and not only that, but we could just send the armada of Lanius ship, or of like knife people, to go ahead and delay the rebels. Well, I guess the Lanius will be enjoying the dinner tonight, and as you can see, these are completely nullified, like they will not move at all for about a turn, which gives me a lot of time to explore a bit extra. What happens here? A Federation science craft is docked within a Flu Lanius ship. You hail them and ask what's going on. They say, "Greetings, we have been attempting to understand our region newest visitor, Delanius, although we have been making little headway in deciphering their language. We can ask them if they have anything that could help the mission. We can ask Lania's crew to offer a copy of our translator's datasuit or leave. Well, I mean, we could share some knowledge, right? Why not? Let's try that. Yolania's crew has tweaked the ship's translator to slowly improve itself over time. Your data collection from your interactions with Yolania's could be very helpful to these scientists. They are very grateful for your contribution and offering you some Lanius equipment that they were previously studying. We got a stun bomb. A stun bomb, a self-teleporting explosive that does 1 iron damage and stuns all crew inside of a room. And it can target your own ship. But it does require a missile though, Jesus. Huh. So, it's something that is capable of stunning the groups of people. Damn, I need to start piling up missiles. I have only missile weapons in my hands. Nevertheless, a cool little thing. We got an extra bomb to work with. Alright, let's jump out and get out of here. A rebel ship moves into a gauge. You attempt to open communications, but you realize the faulty of that your action and see the ship is being run by an AI. Well, we got no choice but to fight here. Alright, what could we do here? I could send in... Since I can't send my people, what I could do instead is I could get you two to kind of split. You will remain in the chambers, and we're going to go ahead and set the boarding drone and Raj to cause some havoc aboard that ship. Because our friend Raj can actually survive in the environment where there is no oxygen, so he's going to learn how to destroy things. And in the meantime, we're also going to litter that ship with some with like rockets. So, thankfully Raj doesn't care, so he can go ahead and cause trouble, even without oxygen to boot. Kinda like the robots, but except he's a crew member and very, very much alive. And I gotta worry that he doesn't die a horrible, horrible death. I'ma hit the home run, coach. Doom, 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 doom. Let's see. This one is gonna be a little bit slower, but I'm not bothered because I get to train my shield expertise, Mark, who is leveling up quite goddamn fast, to be honest, with the amount of hits that our ship is taking. Yeah, Mark is bloody just dancing away like he doesn't care. The thing is, like, everybody levels up as long as they're performing a certain action. So if you can see it like over here to the left. Pay attention when the next shot gets shot over here. You're gonna see it. There you go. It gets shot. The shield absorbed, and you see like a little shield sign with an arrow up next to the Mark's name. That means he just gained some experience, and he's currently getting better at that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna teleport Raj since the ship is going to blow up soon. And we're going to go and reassemble our group for the next bit. Mark Beta now is on Alpha. Alpha Mark. I am Alpha and the Omega, the creator and the destroyer. Okay. Sounds poetic actually, I like it. There we go, 1 damage caused, and this drone is going to do a final final damage or like a final point of damage to the shields room, and that will blow up the ship. Then we can continue on our merry way. Doom, doom, doom. I love the music of this game though, it's so great. And wait for it. There we go. Boom. Down and down. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useless scrap metal. And just like that, we can bail the hell out of there. A pirate sees you before you see him. Prepare to fight. Huh. It's not just a pirate, but it's a pirate with 2 Lanius on board in a slug too. Well, unfortunately for you, my mellow fellow, I'm going to be ripping you a new one. This should be trickier to do, so I have an idea on how to handle the situation at hand. Let's move everybody to the side and prepare to charge up a small bomb. They have this little thing in the back, which will heal them. If I charge up a small bomb, I should be able of doing enough damage to it. Or I can do it like this, actually. Yeah, there we go. 1 by 1. Nice. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You strip it, and you got a chance to move on. Awesome. So we can pick up our crew and continue on our merry way. Also probably charge up the room that's responsible for healing your people, otherwise, yeah. Next beacon. Huh. A small lineous craft approaches you. You prepare for a fight, but they don't seem to be carrying any weapons. A brief moment they message you, although the translator struggles with the unfamiliar dialect. It appears that they wish to trade. Huh. They wish to offer some scrap for drones. I don't have a lot of drones actually, and they're kind of useful in defending my ship, so... I do have an Alonius crew member who can ask for the alternative trade. So why not try that out? Maybe we can trade for something else. After a short discussion you do not understand, the trader comes back with a second proposal. They're offering me even more for the same amount. About 50 scrap for some 4. Well, I mean, if they're offering me this much, I could take it, get some money out of it. Buy some drones from the next store that I get a chance to visit, and I'll have some extra left over. So, it's kind of a win-win situation for me, really. I'll agree to exchange, why not? After the brief exchange, they leave without a word. And conveniently, the store is right there, next to the exit, so... I'm gonna be visiting that next, see if I can find some... Whoa. That's a bigger ship. Hold on a second. You arrive at the location of a recent battle. Judging from the debris, some of the settlers attempted to fight off a number of small Lanius ships. Although it's impossible to say who instigated the aggression, few skirmishes can be seen in the distance. But more notably, a lone Lanius ship is firing a heavily damaged civilian vessel. We can avoid a conflict or attack the Lanius ship. That is a huge ship, and I can see them manning a rocket too, with 3 shield bubbles to boot. This is going to be one hell of a combat should we go into it, but you know what? Let's do it. You charge your weapons, which quickly gets you the Lanius ship's attention. Oh, they have mind control. They took control over Reboot and he's now rampaging through my ship. Okay. I need a defense drone to make sure that I'm not being hit by that giant rocket, because that will destroy me. They have 3 people on board, one of which is going to try and teleport over to my place. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait. We're gonna send a group of people to fight him off. Okay. We will toss a bomb into their ship, try to destroy their cloning bay, and then send our squad of 4 people to try and kill off the remaining two, because now they can't clone themselves back to life. Use it quickly enough. Come on. Ooh. Normal lifetime detected on the LonelyTear ship. You hesitate to contact the civilians. Contact the ships. The ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accepts your ship's offer to be dropped off at the nearby station. However, one of them offers to join your crew, known as the Jack the Rockman. That would be amazing, but unfortunately don't have any more room left, so I will have to decline the request. My crew is full and I already have a Rockman known as Mark, and I'm not replacing my Marky Moo. So I'll decline the offer, and I quickly zap my people back out of there. The cult goes forward. Alright, that was a bit of a tricky ship. Thankfully I have all I needed to get them taken down quickly and painlessly. Well, painlessly, I mean suffocating inside of an enemy ship can be considered painful, but... details. Let's visit the store, see what we can find. Ooh, a slug, a mantis, and a bunch of drones. Not super important, but let's get some of those drones I mentioned earlier. And they'll then sail away out of here. Despite a barren area, a trader has set up a shop at this beacon. He offers a trade. Some rockets for fuel. Count me in. I'm using a lot of rockets, so that will come in handy. So, choice time. For anybody that is possibly present in the chat right now, we have a choice between a pirate-controlled sector and a pirate-controlled sector. Amazing choices. Which one do we want to go for? I can't decide between the two, you see. There is a very distinct difference between these. There is not. I'm being sarcastic. They're both the same. Alright, let's go up here. Sorry, I hope I didn't alert a few of you lookers for no reason. I thought it was funny. Few Federation-friendly planets still exist within this sector, but they are constantly under attack from pirate raids. This is a dangerous sector, so be careful. Did I miss something? We had a choice between a pirate sector and a pirate sector when we were traveling to the next set of beacons. Amazing choices. I was asking just who wanted to wanted to choose here. Do we go to the pirate sector or do we go to the pirate sector? You know, they're very different two sectors. They're not the same. I'm being sarcastic, obviously. They're absolutely the same. Your sensors have picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system. No doubt one of the many fleeing the rebel advance. It doesn't appear that they have detected you, or else they're trying to avoid notice. Let's hail them. The vessel is revealed to hear from you. They are running low on supplies, and they suggest a trade. Get 5 fuel for 2 drones. Sure, let's help them out. Not because I need that much fuel, but more because they seem to be troubled, and if I don't give them my help, nobody will. Pirates, they wish to offer us to pay them money for our lives. We're gonna reject that and steal everything they have by tossing our people inside of their thing. They have a nice collection of crew members though. A Rockman... Oh, and they have super shields too, eh? Sorry, love, didn't work. Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search for it. Eventually, though, you find a prisoner who offers to join your crew. Sorry, love, I'd love to bring you in, but I really don't have room. I'll have to send you with the nearest shuttle to a planet and hope that you make it out there. Yeah, Pirate Sector was a good... it's better than Pirate Sector. You just need me. Exactly. I don't want to trade anybody here. I don't want to trade my Mark or my Raj or anybody else. Then again, Raj being a knife people, why not? You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with the pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. They must have been illegally mining between without the proper equipment. We can try to dislodge them by shooting at the rocks, or destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. Let's give them a hand, okay? I don't approve of pirates per se, but you take a few careful shots, but you expose a mineral patch in the rock that reacts violently with your weapon. A shock forces you back as the debris pelts against your hull. When you regain control, you find that there is not much left of the ship. Whoops. Well, we try to help him at least. Shame it didn't work though. We're gonna send the ex-Raj a new and improved reboot to repair parts of our damaged ship, because he needs to reboot stuff, of course. I mean, why the hell? We're gonna make a big jump, but just before we do that, I want to give my shields a little bit of an upgrade, hey? We're gonna have 3 shield bubbles instead of 1 now, instead of 2 now, and keep some spare money for other upgrades. I usually like to have like a nice amount of money present, so if I find something interesting, I can always purchase it. Or in case I'm like in a need of immediate repairs. There you go. We're gonna go ahead and set Raj to do some damage to the ship. We took a hit though, very fat one at that. Damn, we're taking an absolute beating here. Jesus, take a rocket and blow up his weapons. Thank you. And one more shot. Boom. Ship's down. The ship blows up, leaving some collection of useful material, as usually. Let's bring our boy Reboot here and have him travel about. Alright, next jump. I'm an FM up, coach. That you did. I mean, you blew up their what's the name? Their piloting, so they couldn't avoid any of my rockets. Good job to that. You since have picked up a refugee ship drifting through the place. Alright, we'll hail them. Turns out you hailed the refugee ship and the pirate ship jumped into the system. It was using a refugee ship as a bait. Well, unfortunately for them, I am a boarding ship with 4 crazed mantis ladies that are going to rip through everything you hold dear, so... Sorry, love, not personal. There you go. We contact the refugees, they give us a gesture of goodwill, and seeing how you effectively dispatch the enemy, they offer some supplies that they can spare. Good stuff, as always. We do have some fire happening over there, so let's send our NG to take care of that. Bum bum. Heal our boyo. And continue on our way. Man, I'd like to find a shop soon. Do we have any shops nearby? Use me, coach. I'm sure alone I can F up some pirate ships at 0 oxygen and punching. I mean, I guess it could happen. We need to assist ourselves with some, like, grenades. Extra, because you would need to... hold up. Okay, I have an idea. Let's try it with this ship. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send our groups of people here. You're going to go alone. Small bomb is going to be delivered. I am going to activate a... let's see, a defense drone. We're gonna wait for this to charge up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait patiently. We'll send a bomb inside of their oxygen supply. It's gonna blow up and cause stuff to happen. Oh damn, they have a very strong oxygen supply in there actually. Oh, but we didn't manage to pull it off. Alright, let's send our crew member in. I'm going to dilapidate their oxygen from that room. No, you're dying, man. You're alone against the 3 of the other dudes. Well, I have an idea. We're gonna run around until we can summon you back to the ship and heal you. There we go. No, don't worry. We're gonna send you back in there. First, I'm gonna deposit a bomb to stop him from repairing that oxygen supply. Then we're gonna send Raj in back again. There you go. And now Raj can just like waltz around like their rooms, and I'll give a damn. Let's just go around and steal people's oxygen. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna run through the room and make sure that they have no oxygen to speak of. There you go. Steal some oxygen here, some oxygen there. Punch them! Punch them! There we go. An entire ship has been de-oxygenized. With a pirate ship disabled, your engines come back online again, and you salvage all you can. There we go. Raj can successfully solo the ship by consuming the oxygen. I don't know why that sounds so funny in my head, but it does. Shut up. Alright, let's jump away from here. I still need to find a damn store somewhere, though. That'd be kind of nice. Let's see. If I had a brother, men me pee, bruh. Yeah, if you had another Lanius with you, this would be kind of fun. But they're really difficult to come across. I'm surprised you managed to get one of these during the playthrough anyway. They're really hard to find. What appears to be a civilian ship stands a friendly hail. As you approach the vessel, you detect a teleporter signal, but it's too late. The intruders have beamed aboard. Well, unfortunately for them, they have decided to board a boarding ship. I have Mantis ready to strike. They will not have a grand time, I'll tell them that much. And just like that, they have been deaded. Huh, 8 fuel for 1 drone. Sure, I'll go for that. Oh, there's a store. I want that. I want that very much. Raj an MVP, bruh. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel, though, waiting nearby. Undoubtedly stationed here to look for you. Let's attack him. And just like so, the ship is ours. Get him back. Make sure everybody's patched up. Now let's continue. It's kind of fun to board out the ship, actually. It was always one of my favorite ways to play the game. Let's see, MP, bruh. Well, the whole space is getting devoured by the lashes of the cult. Lashes of the cult, exactly. And not only that, but they have all just leveled up and they have maximum proficiency in fighting. They're just eating away at everything, really. I mean, they're mantis, and you know what the mantises do to males when they're finished with their business. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in a nebula at this beacon. Before you have a time to take contact with them, though, they fade into the nebula. We can attempt to follow them and help them, keep positioning and let them handle themselves, or try to use a teleporter to lock onto their life signs with their ship. Let's lock on. You beam a Federation crew aboard. One gladly joins the crew. The rest will be dropped off at the next station. Sorry, Ruyan, but I think I will drop you off at the next station as well. You're amazing, though. You're a Rockman, which is maxed out and amazing at combat, but Raj is currently training the arts of shooting things dead. So I will have to dismiss you, and we'll drop you off at the next station too. Speaking of the next station, the store is right there, conveniently enough, so you don't need to wait long. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, they have cloaking system. Cloaks the ship. I kind of want to buy that, and the clone bait too. So we're gonna buy a cloaking and exchange our healing for a clone bay. And at page number 1, we also have a shield charge boosted. Boost the shield's recharge rate by about 15%. I'm sure, why not? And with what little money we have left, we'll repair our ship. And we just burned through all the cash we had there. So... now we no longer have a med bay, but instead we have a clone bay, so should any of our crewmates die, we should be able to bring them back to life. However, this brings us with another problem. This brings us with another problem. I can no longer heal people because Clone Bay doesn't have the capability of healing. It heals your crew by a little bit every jump, so we will have to be on a bit more of an alert and a careful state when exploring from now on. To be fair, it just makes it that much more fun. Small Reacher station orbits a nearby pulsar. It appears largely abandoned, but you detect the small power signatures flaring as soon as you arrive. We have a combat encounter. And 2 of these fools have decided it was a great idea to try to beam a boarding ship, of all things. My. You guys are not gonna have a good time. Wait a minute, that was a rocket shot. Hold on, where's my defense drone? There we go. Damn, those pulsars are nasty. Wait, healing bursts? There are no more life signs remaining aboard your ship. You strip it out of any useful materials. And we found a weapon too, a healing burst. Interesting. Unfortunately, I can no longer heal my crew, so I'm in a bit of a pickle now. Doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. Man, those ion bursts are getting annoying. Because the planet behind us, or rather the star behind us, is pulsating and disrupting the systems. So I'm going to need to be careful. Alright, you receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Hail, would like to help you on your mission, but we don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship? Sure, what's your speciality? They offer to upgrade your reactor in exchange for some scrap. Go for it. I got an upgrade for cheaper. Now, what I'm gonna do is I want to upgrade a clone bay, because the only way of healing... Hold on, what was the weapon that I got earlier? A healing burst. A self-teleporting healing unit that instantly heals all friendly crew within a room. Well, ain't that convenient? I was just looking for something to help me heal myself. And you can also target your own ship, but it does require a missile, so missile just became that much more important. Because now we actually can use them to heal our crew members, and let's test that out before we actually continue. We're gonna charge it up and see what happens. I will now just use me and regenerate every time. I am a Terminator now. Raj, you want to hog all the glory for yourself? Come on now. I'm sure the other cultists will enjoy splaying a couple of skulls here and there. Poof, and they have been fully healed. What about that? Next sector. We got NG Homeworlds and a Mantis sector. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I don't know. Raj, which one would you like me to try? NG Homeworlds or the Mantis sector? There's actually a LonelyTear ship that I have unlocked, which sends out which specializes in letting you use Lonius to fight, or Lonius. Mantis, as we have 4. All right, Mantis it is. Ah, a big area, a big empty space. Fuel for drones. I'll take that. And a distress signal too. Let's see, a distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew can't approach it without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix it or disable it. Promise to help? You consider your options. We can simply fire, we can use NG to remotely repair their system, or use cloaking to approach and disable the system. Now, I think NG can do it fine, because they are like experts at repairing stuff. Your crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you off a thanks, alongside with a little bit of a reward. Well, ain't that nice of them. A small rebel research station overlooks the pulsating star. And we got a bunch of baddies on board, so let's go ahead and murder them. Wait, they have a rocket launcher. With a crew deaded, you take all you can. I do need to get out of this pulsar though as soon as I can, because blimey. Okay, let's jump the hell out of here. There's a store nearby too. Rebels blocks the way. Tia laughs and think. No, I don't want to download the data stores. I want money. Give me money. Give me money. We arrived to see an unusually well-armed engine ship destroying a small pyrocraft. A teleporting signal is detected. Intruder on deck. A young mantis is chaired uniform teleports on the deck. He begs for sanctuary from the engine itself and offers to serve in exchange for your protection. The engine have already traced the teleporter signal, however, and are offering a deal in exchange for prisoner. Well, I'm kind of sorry. Well, I like mantis. We do have 4 of them, and our crew is full, so I'll go with the NG. I'll go with the NG. The NG captain is delighted and quickly arranges for the transfer of the prisoner. Sorry, my mellow fellow. I'm afraid I can't save you today. Next time, perhaps. Next time on Death Battle. Let's see what's in the store before we jump out of here. We're managing to escape rebels for just long enough. The rebels are already here. The crew braces the impact button on the com. The sensor... Wait, they are here? What? A little scrap you can. You can take your pick. Oh, I see. Never mind. We got a bunch of missiles, a beam, some drones, explosive replicators, stealth weapons, which kind of sounds cool. Let's see. I think I'll get myself a nice iron weapon, just so I have something to work like with against like the annoying shields, and also the stun bomb too. Boarding drone is half useless to us right now since I don't use them that much anymore. We have like a pretty amazing boarding party to begin with, so I don't know. I might sell him later in case I need some supplies. And says that we have 4 mantis ladies. Well, 3 mantis. Ooh, a mantis bomber, you say? 3 mantis ladies, technically, because the first mantis is Tears, and Tears is not a lady as far as I've checked. I haven't seen pants, but you notice the flurry of laser fire glance at your port window. The mantis are upon you. They can come at me in waves if they want. It will not save them. I am the mantis. Because I can turn invisible now. The Colt has a cool little cloak to work with. Let me just do some tricks here. Make sure that our crew does survive. There we go. The normal life size remaining. We strip the ship. Problem though is my crew is kind of badly hurt now though. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in a heal bomb and patch them up. Oh dear, we're next to the sun. Who knows why mantis would venture so close to the sun? Perhaps it makes it more of a challenge? Another mantis bomber approaches us. You fools! You absolute baboons! They teleported into a room that has an airlock, so I can just open it up and have them kind of suffocate. But I will send 2 crew members in to cause them some trouble. Oh wait, never mind. Alright, we managed to destroy the ship, or rather, not destroy the ship, but take down all the crew. We won't be healing, and we're going to jump immediately. I need to get away before that stun decides to go boom. Because that can happen. Red giants are dangerous. Use me in a teleport. I kind of want to. I want to send Raj in, but you are in the charge of the weapons. And if I use you, you're actually going to steal the oxygen from other mantises. That's going to kill them. So I gotta be careful with how I use you. You're a very special weapon, boy. That's why I assigned you to weapons in the first place. You come across a large trade station. However, as soon as you approach, a warning goes out to all ships in the region. Do not associate with a Federation sympathizer. All who oppose the rebels will be punished. We'll search along and get some supplies. Oh, and there's a store there too. Let's see. What do you have for us? Emergency respirators, the battery charge, FTL some, and some weapons to boot. A burst laser. Nice. Let's see, this charge looks to be important, so how about we try it like this? Instead of a Hermes missile, we'll do it like this, and instead of a small bomb, we'll do it like that. And I'll send the small bomb and the iron away. We don't need shield repairs, we have everything else we need. Oh dear, an AI ship, great. Alright, Raj, your glory has arrived. It's your turn, buddy. Since you're the only one that can actually go toe-to-toe against these kinds of ships. See, we use Raj in these special cases. That can't be good. Get him, boy. Rip him a new one. We're gonna go invisible and attempt to dodge that. Nice. Oh, they managed to jump away. Curses. Fleet pursuit will be doubled for a jump. We didn't manage to destroy them in time, but at least we caused some serious damage. Although this means that when I arrive to the exit, the fleet will be on top of me, so I need to prepare if I wish to not be dead. I think the way I'll prepare for that is I'll upgrade my weapons. I'll put some points into the reactor, and we'll leave the rest for later. So we can kind of deck out some of these things. Get the laser, get that charged up, and put one extra point into the cloaking powers. There we go. Okay, now to face the rebels that have been chasing us. Oh yeah, they are very, very, very well prepared. You have found the exit beacon, but the rebels have gotten you first. You must survive for long enough to be able to jump to the next sector. You know what? Surviving is nice and all, but I think I can perfectly take them out. So let's go ahead and do that. I do need to activate that defense drone though. There you go, we're gonna heal our crew. Nice. There is only one remaining. That means they can take him out. Done and done. There's no time to salvage the enemy ship, unfortunately. You must jump away before the cruisers get within the firing range. So we don't really get much except for 1 fuel for visiting this place. But we can grab our crew back and then jump away to the next sector. Our choices are the Slug Home Nebula or the Uncharted Nebula. Take your picks, people. Do you want to see deceiving slugs, or do you want to see the Uncharted Nebula that apparently very few have been to before? Or, well, I guess it's uncharted for us, but not for others. The deal with the situation, though, we are approaching the final 2 levels. Or the final 2 sectors, we could say. No deal. I want to wait for a second, see what you guys choose. There we go. Alright, well, seeing our chat is a bit dormant, we're gonna go ahead and choose one for ourselves here. How about we pay a visit to the Slug Nebula? I don't know, I haven't had a chance to show you guys what slugs tend to do, so maybe this would be a good opportunity to do that. Slugs has developed in ocean planets where their ability to telepathically sense another organism was more important than sight. Today they use this ability to navigate the unfettered depths of the nebulas they inhabit. Oh, I see, so that's how they work. Never knew that, despite playing this game for a while time before. So they don't see, but they sense stuff instead. Speaking of the slugs, here is a slug assault. As you jump in, you immediately see an impressive slug pirate ship with the Black Raven painted on the side. They hail you. Greetings, I am a dreaded pirate, Captain Knights. You must have be full of fear. No? You heard of me? No? No, I have not heard of you before. Well, I've heard of you, and I must see if you are dangerous as they say. I challenge you. Sure, let's fight. A little backstory points. Mantis and Slug hate the ever-living hell out of each other. So let's go forth and cause some havoc. They have a lot of crew members, like 6 of them, holy hell. But I have no doubt the Mantis are going to be able to chop them to bits. Because they can only heal 2 at a time. There you go. Nice. There's only 1 crew member remaining. He's healing though, so it's kind of hard to touch him, but I'm gonna work on the rest of his ship in the meantime. And the once dreaded pirate knights have been all killed. We proceed to loot their ship. We got a lot of money for that one, so I guess it's a special encounter. Didn't give us any unique weapons though, but we did get a good amount of loot for it, which is kind of neat. Speaking of the slugs, a slug ship, a rogue you suspect, approaches, but when it sees the Dio Federation, he thinks better off the sneak attack and fires everything he has. Oh, they have a mind control too. Well, that's not nice. They took control over one of my dudes. Oh dear, that laser hurts. And I mean a lot. Let's try a healing bomb in there. Oh, it missed. That's not good. Oh dear, one of my mantises went rogue. That's not good. I'll have to teleport him back momentarily. I will let the other mantis remain there. We'll go invisible. We will heal our crew members. And as soon as this one... Ah, damn it, I can't teleport him in now. Okay, that kind of worked. Man, this is one tough invasion, I'll be honest. Boom, heal bomb. I need to kind of double between my own mantis here. Taking damage. There we go, finally. I managed to disable the clone bay. That's what was the problem. They had a huge clone bay inside of their ship, which made it kind of impossible to take them out. But we managed to pull it off, so... With a crew dead, you're able to take the fuel up the storage, and we take whatever scrap we can find. I mean, took some damage during that fight. I didn't take damage in quite a little while, actually. So, that was a hell of an opponent. There's a store there. I would like to stop by. See if they have anything to sell, but first we need to earn some money. Anti-combat drone. Found it randomly floating in space. 2 stores, not 1, but 2. You immediately hailed by a dangerous-looking ship guarding a station. I'm feeling generous today, so I should allow you to choose your own death. Which do you like the least? The shields, the oxygen, or the weapons? Weapons, I guess. Your acceptance of death is almost admirable. Almost. Your weapon system gets rigged by a hacking module, and you hardly have a time to respond before they attack. Well, you see, that's very lovely of them, but I don't use weapons all that much, and the healing bomb is more than enough of a weapon for me. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use the boarding drone instead to cause some havoc. There we go. I am gonna send Rush to try and fix the teleporter since we're having a bit of a trouble there.